word.
The final word. Yep. It's the final word. And we have no other than Mr. Foster King in the building. How you doing, bro?
The final word.
I'm here, man. I can't wait. I can't wait to talk about it. A lot to talk about.
Well, let's start talking about it now, man. What's the first thing that come to your mind after this disappointing loss to Green Bay, big dog?
Embarrassed.
Yeah.
One word.
Yeah.
No other way around it.
Yeah. So y'all came to the right place, man, because we will obviously talk about what happened. I think we got one of the best people to talk about that with. Foster King is obviously very legendary in the content community of the Dallas Cowboys. So we go talk about what now after we talk about what happened, right? So yeah, I can't wait to get into this myself, big dog. But first of all, I'm excited to do content with my boy Foster King. I want to say that first. Excited to do content with you, big dog.
Thank you, man. It's been a long time coming. Been a fan of you guys' work. Love everything you do for the community. I'm like I said, I'm really ready to really just get some ideas out here.
Let's go, bro. And see, I love that you said that. It's about the ideas we finna put out here, cause it's a lot to think through. It's a lot to debate. It's a lot to try to figure out, cause we got hit in the mouth, man. You know?
Yeah.
It just ain't no way around it, man. And everybody got to be humble, but we also, and to me, we got to be careful. You know, I talked about this yesterday. What I'm getting ready to say. I think we all got to be careful, Foots, of the what I call mob. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, we got to be careful. You know?
Yeah.
Cause we mad. And, you know,
Yeah.
People burn it down when you mad. We got to be real careful. This is a 12-5 team. You don't burn that down.
No, you don't burn that down. Now you don't burn it down. But I'm gonna say this, boss. You gotta. I don't think you run this back.
Oh, I can't wait because I know where you going. Let's go. I feel you too. So we already on the same page and we ain't said a word, bro. I'm telling you. Ooh, I gotta hit the button. And the OC in the back is going down.
Yes, sir.
So we got Foster King in the house with the OC. OC, before we kick it off officially, what's on your mind, bro?
Man, you know, I'll tell you what. There's a time and a place where you must make changes. That's all I can tell you.
It's gonna be one of those shows. Yeah, listen. We all feeling it, and we ain't talked. None of us talked about this. It's gonna be some change. We gonna have to figure out what that's gonna be. So y'all sit back, man. Y'all relax. Y'all already know the final word got you, man. With special guest Foster King. Let's go.
I just wanna run it up. Count a check or something. I've been really in the field, let up, I've been really in the field, let her rush, I let her feel. Lately, I just wanna run it up. Don't need no deals, I make the deal. Have a ticket to a meal. Lately, I just wanna run it up. Count a check or something. Lately, I just wanna run it up. Count that too, count it up, count it up. Lately I just wanna run it up. Need them ones, I need them fives, need them tens, I need that change. To the safe, got blues inside. Greens and pinks, it's all the same. I still save and roll my change. Take some losses when I play, charge it to the game. I'm with L, yeah, I'm with T Black, I'm with Revan now. I'm with Bay, yeah, I'm with J, yeah, I'm with Chuck and now. Still the same, not switching sides, now it's about loyalty. You You switch sides off for the bag, and that's worth more to me. I mix Nike with designer, I experiment. You just rock what's on the shelf, and I'm not feeling it. Search for the one, but baby girl, it's nothing real as this. Can't trust a soul, I keep a hammer, call it too legit. I've been really in the field, love the rush, I love the feel. Lately, I just wanna run it up.
Man, let's go. Foots is in the building, the OC in the background. We don't care that it's dark. We don't care at all. All right, Foots, we can finna kick it off with you, bro. Because I know it's something on your heart. You say some changes that need to be made. What's first?
You know, man, I'll be honest with you. Just a complete, utter letdown. So I won't even get to the changes. If you, I feel like I could take my time on this one, man.
Yeah, take your time.
I can honestly say, bro, I have not witnessed a game as a fan where I've seen a team that ill-prepared, where the stakes were that high. And I honestly can't single out one position group or one offense or defense, because honestly, special teams was trash too. And the truth of the matter is that does fall on the head coach. When we talk about the preparation talk of it.
Yep.
You know, all we heard last week was, hey, we don't want to get too high and this, that, and the third. Well, the problem is you came out flat.
Yes. Right.
And the problem, not only did you come out flat, but you got out physical.
Right.
And so now, you know, Mike McCarthy's having a powwow with CD after the second drive. And it's like, hey, this game, it's about to be over in the second quarter, dog. We got to play football. We don't have time for this coddling and holding people's hands. You watched 4 games this weekend, 5 games with the 2 on Monday, 2 on Monday, 1 on Sunday, 2 on. So that's 6. Excuse me, whatever the number is. I don't even care.
Right.
There was not a team that looked as flat and ill-prepared as the Dallas Cowboys. There was not one team that looked that bad. You could say Cleveland, and you know, hey, Joe Flacco, but Joe Flacco's he's 40, he's a backup.
Yeah.
He's not an MVP candidate. You can say Pittsburgh, honestly, played with way more heart and grit than the Cowboys could have even dreamed of.
Yes. Yep.
And so to me, that's a culture issue.
Bruh.
And you know me, boss, me and you have talked off the record. Yep. I don't spend time trying to be these players' friends on Twitter, on any of that. I don't care. I don't hope whatever the first thing that comes here, 9 times out of 10, I formulate my thought, and that's the problem is these guys don't have any heart. None. You went down 14-0, everybody's head on the sideline dropped. Every single player.
Right.
So before we get to scheme, X's and O's, because I know we'll get to all of that tonight.
Yeah.
You have a serious culture issue.
Yes.
And changes do have to be made. Yes, I jumped on Dan Quinn. Honestly, it wasn't even the San Fran game. The Bills game was bad, and there was a few other games where I started to notice some things that he had kind of tapped out.
Right.
Game plan and scheme wise, and you know, those Shanahan guys always take them to the cleaners. It never fails. It never fails. But it's bigger than Quinn. I'm gonna say this, and then I don't want to take up all the time. I'm gonna be honest with you.
We're not rushing you, bro. You good.
Nobody is above evaluation at this point. The quarterback.
Yep.
The head coach.
Yeah.
The DC.
Yep.
The OC.
Yep.
Nobody. Only person who's probably, and that's because he has given them talent, is Will McCoy.
Yeah.
Everybody else, you will be evaluated. You have to.
Yeah.
The quarterback's playoff record is bad. We're not gonna I'm not gonna, the regular season is good and that's fine, but there does have to be a discussion about the quarterback. It's not saying that you want to move on, but what's going on?
Yeah,
like you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
This is what is really going on here. I don't have the answer.
No, we gonna talk about it.
Have a talk about it.
We gotta talk about it, and we gonna talk about because it's two things we gonna say all day. I'm gonna say it right now, and I'm gonna kick it to you, OC. We gonna say all day what happened, and then we gonna say what now. We gonna be doing this all day. All right. So
all off season.
You will, yeah. For this, well, see, OC, let me start with you, because Foot's the King just raised a hell of a point, right? He just came from the top turnbuckles, and he talked about culture. So, OC, what happened, and then what now in terms of culture?
Well, we talked about this several shows ago, and at the end of the day is this. Whatever your executive office demonstrates, that is going to perpetuate itself throughout the organization. So if you treat everything like it's business and marketing, then your players start to act like that.
Ooh.
Your coaches start to coach like that.
Yeah.
If you have a football first mentality, then that permeates through the entire organization. Think the New England Patriots in their heyday. Think the Pittsburgh Steelers. Think the Baltimore Ravens. Think hard-nosed, tough football teams. Think even, and I hate to make everybody mad, but even think the Philadelphia Eagles, which is why Nick Sirianni will probably get fired. Because that GM is impatient. He doesn't care. He's impatient. If you show subpar performance, he's getting rid of you. He doesn't even care if he just paid you. So everything has to start with the top and the mentality of the leadership. And it's one thing to say winning is important, but there's another thing to act like winning is important. One of our ex-teammates in college, we were getting ready for 2 days, and you remember this, boss, and he's our guy. He's our boy. I won't mention his name. But he said, man, I'm trying to lose some weight. And then he ate a big old Twinkie. Well, I mean, what do you want? I mean, your mouth says one thing, but then your actions say another thing.
Right.
And so, unless it's mouth and heart agreement, you're not gonna get nowhere in life. You can write that down. That was worth you getting on the show.
Ooh.
And so, what happens in this organization is that the mouth says one thing, but the heart is in another place. So, as it relates to Mike McCarthy, to extrapolate on him, the bottom line is this, man. He has a problem with low testosterone, and I said this before. And the blue pill did.
Wait, you start breaking up, OC. Wait, OC, you started breaking up. You sound like you said something about the blue pill. Oh,
yeah, man. Can you hear me?
Yes, go.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, so I'm saying this. I'm saying in the playoff games, think what happened a couple years previous to this. They came out with the boom box in our home stadium.
Yeah. And
put it on us. That's the San Francisco 49ers.
Right.
Then we played the 49ers at home, lost to them because of various reasons. Then we have this flat performance versus the Green Bay Packers.
Yeah.
So, I mean, the first time it's a fluke. The second time, you're lucky. The third time, you're consistent. Mike McCarthy has consistently ill-prepared this team in playoff moments, him and the whole coaching staff. So that is something that you're going to have to address. And if you're going to go to the level, it's something you're going to have to address sooner rather than later. And I don't care if you won 12 games in the regular season. I don't care. I can care less. I don't care how many games you won. I care who you beat. And every plus 500 team that this team faced, we struggled or lost against. I believe the only one we beat the Detroit barely. And we beat the Seattle Seahawks barely. Everybody else we lost to. So there's a precedent of beating up on weak teams and not being able to pull through versus tough teams. And when you get in the playoffs, are you going to play as good teams?
Yep.
Are you going to play as the best teams? Are you going to play as the best coached and best prepared teams? And so the Cowboys have shown repeatedly through the culture, through the coaching, and through the preparation, which is weak, it's not tough enough. And you're not demanding the best out of your best players. And in the game of inches that this NFL league is now, That, man, if you don't get the best out of your best players, man, you don't have a chance. And that's where the Cowboys are. I'll pause.
Man. All right. So I'm going to start from the top to answer that question. What happened and then what now? Right? So to me, what happened, it was a couple of things. First of all, I feel like we have a Hollywood culture. Right? And that Hollywood culture, in my opinion, affects our discipline. You have to be focused even off the field on the little things and keeping football first and keeping distractions away from this team. That's one. And what we saw all year, I don't care what nobody say, and matter of fact, what we've been seeing since Mike McCarthy has been here is an issue with, first of all, details and discipline. I think that comes from the culture of the Dallas Cowboys. So that's first. All right. That's the first thing that I believe that happened. Number two, I'm seeing a pattern, and that's where I'm going, where I believe Foots is going, and where you going, I believe, too, OC. There's a pattern also with Mike McCarthy. And it's a pattern with Mike McCarthy that goes back to, in my opinion, even all the way to Green Bay. I see a pattern that when we start getting, or teams start gaining momentum of us, he does not know how to turn that faucet off. He doesn't. And I've seen that consistently with him. And he does not, I think he also has a pivotal flaw that I think we're going to need to take us to that next level. I don't think he's the guy that's the great motivator. I don't think he's that guy. Because we came out flat. Remember, he talked about it. I saw him nervous, right? Where you saw it as a coach, do you have the skills to bring them out of that? Is it your speech? Do you need to flip over a table? What do you do to get their attention? And you not that guy in those situations. So every time it starts snowballing, he doesn't turn it off. We saw this even with Green Bay when they was 15-1. They got knocked off by the New York Giants, right? Who barely squeaked in. That loss was worse than this loss, and it was under Mike McCarthy. And everybody remembers the Dez catch. We all remember that. We all cried about it. But the very next week, they had to play Seattle. And they had that game. They was up big in the first half. And what happened? Seattle started going back, and they're roaring back, and that momentum was going. And he couldn't turn it off. And it to me, I don't see his ability to get these guys to really believe his voice. And if that's the case, to be honest, to take the next step, I think we got to look elsewhere. That's my answer to what now. So, and the what now is important because of this. I would say probably in the last 50 years or even 100 years, we have not had a candidate pool this rich. So what now? Get on the phones, Jerry. Y'all need to be interviewing some people to make sure Mike McCarthy is the guy that you think he is, to try to get us over that hump. Because right now it's looking like he's not. What's your thoughts on that, Foot?
Yeah, I mean, dog, I'll leave the player's name. I won't put his name out there, but put it like this: I was told that the Cowboys were soft. The players are. Okay, that in that game they are soft. They were soft. And I mean, I'm not breaking news there, because I mean, you guys follow and watch football. Right. They play soft. Right. And when they went down, they laid down. Yeah. And I don't want to see the empty stats and Dak throwing for 400 yards and none of that. None of that matters. Right. This isn't a knock. It's not a knock on Dak or anybody. It's just the truth. And so what happens is, it's like you said, you need to get somebody in there who holds everyone accountable. Right. The problem is that fans won't understand why, and I'll say his name, J-Ron Kurtz probably wouldn't have played this year for Bill Belichick. Facts. Unfortunately. It would have been Wanye. It would have been Wanye. Yeah. Because he gives us the best chance to win. Right. Not a... This is my buddy. Guy. He was with my guy. Place, yeah, he's a good. No, it would have been. Hey, this 30. he plays the best football. He gives us the best chance to win.
Yes.
So, you know, we gotta understand that when you're looking for the coach that I think we all may want, right?
Mm-hmm.
This is what comes with it.
Yes. Ooh.
You get what I'm saying? Bill, he's not, you know, one of the more criminal things that I thought about, boss,
yeah.
I'll be honest with you. The fact that Israel McQuamu, and I tweeted this today, he was in a doghouse that bad that he couldn't help you on the field.
Right.
That, to me, is insane level of work.
Yeah.
By this front office, this team. Whatever happened, I don't know. I know when I watch Israel play football, though,
yeah,
he's good at football.
Right.
And so you didn't play him all year.
Yeah.
Maybe a few snaps here or there, special teams, garbage minutes. After you saw this guy be a contributor in a playoff game.
Right.
2 playoff games.
Right. 2.
Like, it's not adding up. And the problem is, me, you, OC, we do have a voice, believe it or not.
Yeah.
And the only way, I feel like, put pressure on these guys.
Yes.
Put pressure on the quote-unquote big names and whoever, because you guys aren't asking the right questions. It's the buddy system. Oh, let's think it through. Yeah, think it through. I'm not saying blow up everything. You're a 12-5 team.
No.
But you can't run this back.
You can't run this back.
You can't run this back. Like, you can't say,
talk,
hey,
coach.
And it's not just Dan. Like,
yeah.
You can't just say, oh, you know, hey, there was a few things we could have did better.
Nah.
No. Like, that was an embarrassment. You didn't belong on the field with Green Bay.
Bruh.
That's a real issue.
Yeah. That's a real issue. It's not fake at all. So, you already said it. My top candidate, this goes into what now? To me, Belichick is my absolute top candidate. To me, it's not close, and to me, it's easy, Foots. It's easy. Why? Because he comes in with a reputation that's anti-Hollywood.
Yeah.
He has demonstrated that he is very no-nonsense, and his teams are always, not sometimes, always disciplined. Yeah. What was hurting us more than anything? Discipline. So I was talking to Jesse Holly, and I asked Jesse Holly before. I said, Jesse, since you play for Dallas and New England, what's the biggest difference? He said football is absolutely first in New England. He said you have to first, before you agree to any third-party events to where you can make some side money, you have to get that approved before training camp. If you do anything outside of what you've already pre-scheduled, you're getting punished, because football is first. And right now, he is, to me, the best chance, and has the skins on the wall, OC Foots, to have the cachet to come in here and say, Michael Parsons, you not doing a podcast if you don't have the discipline to not give teams bulletin board material. If we got a problem with that, I'm going to have a problem with you, and I'm going to set a major example out of you. What's your thoughts on that, OC? And I'm going to turn that to Foots.
Yeah, man. I mean, at the end of the day, we know what the solutions will be, but the issue is, will the Cowboys listen? Will Stephen Jones humble himself enough as the heir apparent to take the engineer, the accountant mind off of this thing and understand that he doesn't know football that well? He doesn't understand the game that well. He understands how to balance a budget sheet. He understands how to stay underneath the cap and be manipulative with that, and that's great. Kudos to him. But in terms of football personnel decision and chemistry, he does not have that pulse. So will they give control? Because you're going to have to give up control. You can't have your cake and eat it too. You're going to have to give up a degree of control. and degree of you taking a little bit of the back seat to a superior football mind in order for you to get the type of coach in here that can drive the environment so you can be successful. So the question is not, are the candidates out there, or can the Cowboys actually get them? The question is, will the Cowboys actually humble themselves enough to make the right decision and put the person or people in place to do the job that needs to be done with this team? Because it's unfortunate. You got the pieces. You got a lot of talented people on this team. And to be honest with you, the talented people, a lot of them are not playing tough enough. And they're underperforming and just making mistakes they just should not make, being Pro Bowlers. You know, just things like that. So that's my feedback, boss.
Yeah. What's your thoughts on that, on like Belichick, Foots?
Oh, I mean his attention to detail. I mean, dog, he made. Let me tell you something. All of his guys fail wherever they go because they can't survive without him. Ooh. He's the one about. I coach youth football. I'm a nut when it comes to this game. I don't get enough sleep because I'm paying attention to details, little things, body language. Belichick he's a militant guy. He's literally from Annapolis, Maryland. I mean, he was born in Annapolis area, went to Navy or whatever. He don't play that. He made all his coordinators. They had to write out every play every year, every play in the playbook, because he wants to know that you know what's going on. I don't even think Mike is in the defensive game plan. He probably just give it to Dan and don't even question nothing. And you can't be like that. You have to make coaches uncomfortable. Saban, Belichick, those guys don't care.
Right. You
got to make your coaches uncomfortable. If you're not uncomfortable, you can't coach with me.
Yeah.
But they don't, and you know, you appreciate that, OC. These guys don't even, we've gotten so far away from that. And you gotta understand, the reason why Belichick and the Patriots weren't good is because they didn't have talent. Will can get you guys.
Yes.
What scheme do you want to run? He can get you talent.
He can get you talent.
The rest is on these coaches.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? I tell people this all the time. I do believe this is a theory that I've been coming up with. Football changes every 5 to 7 years. It shifts.
Yes.
Back forth.
Passing, running game.
Yep. Hello.
Little linebackers, big linebackers.
Yep. Bruh. Hello. Now, what's happened? From about 2016 to, I would say, 2022, throw, whatever.
Yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Now we starting to see teams that are in the playoffs, San Fran, Detroit, Baltimore, better teams. What do? Play defense, run the ball.
Right.
Play action.
Right.
Look at Detroit's linebackers. Look at Jack Campbell.
Yeah.
Okay, somebody I covered. Look at these guys, bigger linebackers, bigger bodies.
Yes. Okay,
a team that just beat you. They knew they could run the ball on you because you got these little guys in the box.
Yes.
Ooh. So one of the leaders of that was Belichick. He didn't mind running the ball 50 times a game. He don't care. How are we going to win this game? And so I just say all that to say, I think that Belichick would be great. I mean, the attention to details. I mean, this is a guy who had Sean McVay wanting to retire after they played in the Super Bowl. Yeah. Because he couldn't move the ball.
Yeah.
But that's what a real coach looks like. Yeah. It's not, I mean, you know, I don't believe that Mike, I'm going to tell you right now, I don't think that Mike was, I think Mike may have sat in defensive meetings, right? But was he giving any thought to anything? Right. Maybe, hey, let's run cover 3. But was he, see, that's not how Bill operates. Bill is going to ask the tough questions. Yes, the details. And then it's going to go back to, well, hey, if you want to run this scheme, why do you have J-Ron Curse at free safety? If we get in this position. So what? That don't even make sense. Some of this stuff don't make sense. Man, it don't make sense. J-Ron Curse has never been a guy on the roof. What are we doing? What are we doing, bro? See, Fuss, this is why I got respect for your content, bro. It's only few people that was truly calling out Dan Quinn when it wasn't popular. And I remember you doing it. And first of all, I want to do this because I'm very impressed with what just happened with Foots and him breaking down the history of the cycles of the NFL. Most people, let me give him a yoga for that.
Dracarys.
That's big boy analysis right there, man. I really appreciate that. You know, just talking about the cycles and how we got behind the cycle. We went out there and we tried to force big nickel and big dime against teams that already put on tape that they was go counter that by going right us with the run game. So Dan Quinn, it took us too long to really start really banging on him. You know what I'm saying? So let me ask this question with Dan Quinn. All right. This gonna probably be quick. And we going to UOC. What happened and then what now?
Yeah, so what happened in this game is he had 6 corners and I believe, over 75% of the plays. And I'm guessing it's a range, and it was like 75%, 80% of the plays. He had 6 corners. And so when you got a team like Green Bay with a physical running back like Aaron Jones that's committed to running the ball, and they systematically ran the ball down your throat, right? And then when you sold out in blitz, they beat you. So at the end of the day, man, that's what happened, okay? And the reality of it is this. And I don't know, and I've said this before, I don't fully know Dan's decision-making ability, right? With some of these players they got rid of, like Evans, a physical linebacker that actually can plug a B gap. Why did you get rid of him? I mean, obviously the marijuana thing, but did you have to cut him?
No.
Why did we get rid of Quentin Bohanna? Why did we get rid of him? Why did we get rid of Ridgeway? And so because nobody else could stand up in 2 gap. Nobody else could take on 2 blockers and beat them but Hankins. Okay, and so Hankins not being himself, missing games, you're slanting your defensive front, you're getting washed down. You got my guy in there, Marquise Bell, playing middle linebacker. Yeah, he's great going east to west, but I mean, being in there against 330-pound linemen, man, that's just not going to work. So the issue is that you got outmatched, and you never proved that you could stop a team from running the ball downhill at you all year. You never proved it. And so they knew coming into the game that we're going to run this ball down your throat. We're going to control this clock and tempo, and we're going to throw the ball when we need to throw it, and we're going to take advantage of you when you overcommit and you try to blitz. And that's what they did. And besides the defensive huge plays that they made versus Dak, I mean, the rest is history. So that's what happened. Dan Quinn is creative to a fault, and he believes that athletes, a variety of athletes, can overcome sound principles. This is my assertion after just watching tape and kind of doing a little bit of my own analysis. And I think that Dan Quinn has to understand, if he's going to stay here, that you have to just be sound. You have to be fundamentally sound with the proper players, with the proper pedigree, playing in the proper places. Maybe he comes back and makes it, but really I think Dan Quinn probably ends up leaving. Because he's still a hot topic in terms of head coaches or, a new DC somewhere. So he probably ends up leaving, right? So at the end of the day, you probably get a new defensive coordinator. So I think that's what ends up happening now.
Right. So I keep seeing a lot of people believing that Bill Belichick not coming here. I guarantee y'all not keeping up with the tea leaves on this to even think that. Bill Belichick wants to be the coach of the Dallas Cowboys. I'm going to say that again because I know a lot of people not keeping up. Bill Belichick wants to be the coach of the Dallas Cowboys. I went through this heavily yesterday. So maybe you need to go watch that show. I ain't going to go through the whole thing. But Mike Florio made an epic case when he was talking to 105.3 The Fan. And he said something that a lot of people miss. He said that New England took notice of how much he was going on and on and on and on and on about the Dallas Cowboys. Okay, in his press conference. And it was something that he does not do. But it was also something that was in his press conference that you got to take notice to. I'm going to play it, all right, and then we go talk about it. It's only about 3 minutes, all right, and then we go get into the next topic of what now and what happened. But listen.
They've been good for quite a while. And, it's like made a few few adjustments the last year, but Jerry, Steven, put together a great organization, and Mike, has kind of evolved things a little bit this year with offensively with his role in it, and Dan does a great job. Their defense, which is once again near the top of the league in a lot of categories, most importantly points, and Bones does a great job. The kicking game, they're very aggressive. Best returner in football, and so it's a well-balanced team. I think Coach McCarthy's done a really good job of balancing the team out. They obviously have some great players down there. 8 guys in the Pro Bowl last year, most in the league. It's been kind of their history. They've always had a lot of very, very good, high-profile players. Going back about as far as you want to go back. Maybe not quite to 1960, but not too long after that.
That dude said maybe not to 1960. So he basically been watching the Dallas Cowboys back to 1960, but y'all acting like he don't want to be here. Y'all better keep up with the content creators. We telling you right.
And so they've got a lot of firepower. They could run.
But Foots, watch when he talk about curse. I want you to peep something. Watch this.
The ball, done a good job with the running game. Leads the league in touches. He's got a lot of carries. Lamb is, dynamic. I mean, he's great receiver. Obviously, we had problems with him 2 years ago, 3 years ago, whatever it was, 2 years ago. Cooks is an explosive player. We got a really good offensive line. So we're good on offense and defensively. The front's very disruptive. Parsons obviously is every stat you could want. Tackles for loss, pressures, quarterback hits, sacks, you name it.
Say, what did Foot say? What did he say? The attention to detail. Notice how he naming names. He not saying positions. He naming them dudes' names.
Lawrence, Osa, when they got a disruptive front, they play.
Ain't he, bro? Hey, Fuss, this is crazy.
They play a lot of guys similar to what we saw last week at the Jets. They roll those guys through. They have good depth on the defensive line, and a lot of experience in the secondary. Steph, Hooker. They moved Bland outside. We've got Lewis back.
God,
he was hurt first part of the year, preseason. Didn't play against the Giants, but he's back in there now. So pretty experienced in the secondary.
Bro, he talking like he our coach, Foots. He talking like he know us that well.
This is actually a good find, boss. I didn't even watch this press conference.
I got you, bro. I got you. Man, it get crazier, Foots. Watch this.
And obviously Van Der Esch, really good middle linebacker, real smart guy, runs the defense, has a lot of range. A lot of size, a lot of range. Really athletic kid, smart kid. Versatile, does a lot of things for him. Plays in the deep part of the field, plays linebacker, plays on the edge of the defense. And I do a lot of different things with him. And I know Coach Quinn has had a lot of praise for the flexibility of their defense, and I think you can see that they do a number of different things with some guys like Curse and Van Der Esch that are, and Parsons. Start with Parsons, but Parsons, Van Der Esch, Curse, guys that are versatile that can, play different spots from on the line of scrimmage to off the line of scrimmage to even in Van Der Esch's case and Curse's case, in the deep part of the field. You can see those guys in the deep part of the field. You can see them on the line of scrimmage, which is, pretty unusual.
Pretty unusual. See, wait. Say, Quinn, you got a problem with one of the goats of defense say, hey, man, what you doing is unusual, Foots. Am I tripping, Foots?
No, dog, I'm going to actually go watch this. I mean,
I'll see you to
watch the whole thing.
Yeah.
I mean, I think, I think Dan got caught trying to do too much.
Yeah.
So we're not going to take away what he was able to do with this defense in 3 years.
Yeah, he did well. But
we won't do it. Right, there's a but. Right.
Yeah, right.
The problem is when he runs into those Shanahan guys, man. It was a playoff game in 21, right? Come in here, a lot of the same stuff.
Right.
Right? We talking about the same stuff. Play action overs, play action post, play action leak. I mean, this is what they do. Back to the defense, play action. That is who Shanahan's tree is. This is what they run, guys.
Yeah.
13 personnel, 12 personnel. They will find the personnel groupings that give you stress and spam it. The flip side to that is when you mess them up, like Bill did to Sean McVay in that Super Bowl, they have no answer. None.
Right.
I've seen Mike Shanahan's teams and I'm gonna tell you, Mike McDonald put on a masterclass with how to defend that stuff. DC from the Ravens.
Yeah.
Masterclass.
Yeah.
But if you don't have an answer, if you're just gonna sit and cover 3, and then or just play drop 8, you're dead.
Right.
Dead. Like you're gonna have to switch it up. You're gonna have to do different things. Get hands on those guys. If you just want to sit and zone, you're dead against that stuff. And it just feels like, it almost was like game plan wise for Quinn. I'm gonna be honest. It feels like he
checked out.
Didn't. Yeah. So I'm gonna say this. It feels like Quinn said, to make it look like I tried, we're gonna run zone, but I don't have a real game plan.
Yeah.
So we'll do something. We'll run some zone. We won't run our normal cover 3 man stuff. And it's like, dog, if that was the case, I would have rather you just kept getting their face and play man.
Right.
Versus
yeah.
You running drop 8 with drop 8 with Curse. Come on, bro. What are you thinking about?
Right. What did Belichick say? Unusual. Unusual, Foots.
Come on, bro. Like he can't run. Come on.
Right.
His movement, his hips are shot. He can't run. He an older guy. These dudes fast. Dobbs and Jaden Reed, those guys can run.
Yeah, man, Foots. I feel you, bro. So we gotta talk about something. We gonna move off the coaches for a second and start talking about some players that everybody gonna be talking about for the next 6 months. Same question. What happened? What now? I'm starting with you, OC.
Yeah, man. I mean, what happened is that, Dak played atrocious in the first half. And in combination of that, Mike McCarthy didn't help him. Because the pick 6, that everybody knows they like to run those slants, man. Everybody knows that. And you got to give a variation in the playoff of a different look. Quick slant to CD. Okay, got it. 3-by-1 personnel set. Okay, got it. They know the Cowboys like to run that. Now, it's on Dak Prescott to let go of that football. It's on Dak Prescott to check out of that play and see and identify and see the bait right there.
Yeah.
But he didn't play well overall, man. He didn't. And so what now for Dak? I think that, either one or two things is going to happen. They're going to double down on Dak and pay Dak this preseason. Are they going to say, hey, they're going to do what they did his rookie year? Hey, man, prove it. We're unhappy about your play. We know we have a no trade clause. We know that it's nothing we really can do with you right now. And so play it out and let's see what happens this year. That's what I think happens with Dak. But I'll say I'm not sure if Dak is the quarterback to lead the Dallas Cowboys to Super Bowl.
Wait.
I'm not sure.
Whoa.
I'm not sure.
Whoa.
Wait. Yeah, man. Yeah. Everything is subject to evaluation. As my man Puster King said, everything is subject to evaluation.
Pause for one second. Because you finna get hot, and I can't wait to hear it, but they burning us alive. First of all, Footston got 500 people up in here, bro. What's going on? It's 552 people in here with 189 likes. I know Footston brought about 400 of them people over here, man. So all of the people that's here for Foots, I'm going to tell y'all know what to do. hit that like button, man. Don't be acting like y'all don't know protocol. You understand? Y'all hit that like button.
Hey, boss,
Yo.
y'all still on Dak? I had to go check on my son real quick. Y'all still on Dak?
Yeah. But
Okay.
the OC wasn't finished. We finna go at.
Oh, my bad.
No, you good. You good. You was just right on time. We was just taking a light break, big dog. You know what I'm saying? Because these boys is burning us alive. We got 500 people in here and only 189 likes, man. They out here tripping on us, bro. And I know it's you that brought all these people up in here, man, bro. We usually around 400,
stop.
man. It's 500 up in here. That's foots. That's that. Yeah, I ain't even market this heavy. Next time we gonna send it out a week early. But go ahead, OC, man. I ain't mean to cut you off because you was starting to get spicy on us, bro. We want to hear this.
Yeah, man. I mean, listen, man. There's an element in the NFL that good is not good enough, and even very good is not good enough. You know, when you go back and you look, and I did this. You look, Dak is a very good quarterback, and this is no shade on Dak. Dak is a very good quarterback. This is not shade on Dak. I said Super Bowl because when you go back and you look back at the last 20 years of the Super Bowl winners,
Yeah.
you can even go back 30 years. I actually did this. You'll see a pattern.
Okay.
You'll see that the Super Bowl winning quarterbacks were probably the best quarterback in the league that year. They're probably the best quarterback in the league that year. Now, there are a few anomalies. So, and I'll lay out 5 quick things and I'll stop because I can go a whole hour on this. So I'm going to condense this down, okay? And then we can actually go back for further deliberation. You got to be probably the top quarterback in the league, right?
God,
and Dak is one of them.
Okay.
To win, no, go back and look. You can even do this, boss. As I'm talking, you can go back and just pull up the last 20 Super Bowl winning quarterbacks. Just pull them up.
Hey, you gonna say
You
your
gotta
point is they was the best when they won it, basically.
They was the best, man. They was the best, or you had an elite group on your team. In other words, you had an elite defense, you had an elite running game, or you just had more weapons. And third to that is you had the best coach. If you didn't have those things, you had the best freaking coach who just was smarter strategically, and he outcoached everybody. And he had good enough pieces and the best quarterback to get him there. And then fourth, you have the winning pedigree. These guys won at a high school level. These guys won at a college level. But a lot of people forget, Tom Brady, he was on a NCAA championship team in Michigan before he came to the league. He was a backup, but he was on a championship team.
Yeah.
He had that championship pedigree.
Yeah, he had the nickname.
Even though he was
what is his nickname? Foots, I know you know. They called him the comeback kid or something like that.
I know it was Tom Terrific. It was a few things.
Yeah, it was a few things. Yeah, go ahead, though. See, you cooking, bro. I'm listening.
Yeah. So when you look at this whole thing, and then you look at Dak. Oh, also here's 5. All the Super Bowl winning quarterbacks had at least, even Peyton Manning, he was like 500. He had a 500 record in the playoffs or better. Most of them were above 500. Dak is below 500. Dak only has 2 playoff wins in, I believe, 7 games, something like that.
I'm not gonna let you do it, OC. I'm not gonna let you do it. I ain't gonna let you do that.
No. Listen. I'm giving you data. This is all I'm giving you, okay?
And that's
you
what
chop
I
it up
hate.
however you want. I'm
this
giving
is
you the
stat analysis, and you know how I feel about stat analysis. You know how I feel about that.
I'm gonna give I'm gonna give you context.
All right.
Look at the last 3 playoff games.
Okay.
Look at the last 3 playoff games.
Yeah.
Dak has not, and that we lost. Dak has not come up big in any of those games.
Yeah, it's been 1-1.
Dak has not come up. Dak has not come up big versus San Francisco the first year. Dak threw 2 picks last year versus San Francisco. Dak threw 2 picks this year versus Green Bay. There's a pattern here. And I'm not hating on Dak. This is real analysis here. Dak, in those big moments, Dak has pulled himself up by the bootstraps. Dak has overachieved versus what most people think he would even accomplish. Dak has done great. All right? No hate or shade on Dak Prescott whatsoever. But I have serious doubts. If he's the guy that's going to get you that Super Bowl ring. Is he a guy that can get you to the playoffs? Yes. He got it. Maybe can get you to win the playoffs? Yes. We haven't even made it to the NFC Championship. So,
Man.
what say you?
Oh, no, I'm going to Foots, and then you know I'm going to finish. You know I got something to say about that. Foots is on you, big dog.
Talk me off the ledge. Tell me I'm crazy.
Foots.
Talk me off the ledge.
Foots
Tell me
might
I'm
not be
crazy.
able
It's
to hear
okay
me.
if you think I'm crazy. That's
No, I
fine.
hear you. All right, I got you. I'm letting OC. I mean, because I'm gonna be honest. Anybody who I made my chat. So the first things that I've ever said about Dak Prescott was he would be a steal for this team. Really good player.
Right.
So I've been very fair. But I think nobody. I said it when we first got on. I don't know if OC was on. When I say nobody is after that.
Yes.
That loss.
Yes.
When I say nobody is above evaluation, everybody gets called into the principal's office.
Everybody.
Including the
Dak.
quarterback.
Yeah.
Because the problem is this. There is now a conversation that has to be had that says, man, are you nervous in these games?
Yes.
Is this too much? Is the pressure of playing for this team too much for y'all? And if so, what do we need to do, or can you not handle it?
Right.
And it's not a situation of, well, you know, I just had a bad game. Because now I know you say you don't like stats and data analysis. I don't either. I don't try
Not
to
alone. Not alone.
Not alone. And I'm with you, boss, because I'm
Yeah.
the same. But I don't want to start just playing a stat game with people. Because okay, what do your eyes tell you?
Right.
Well, I hate to say this,
and that's why I rock with you, Foots. I didn't mean to cut you off. That's why me and you are like brothers, because I know you do that too. I watch your content. You look at advanced analytics, but you're an eye guy. I'm an eye guy too. Go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, my deal is this right here, boss. My eyes tell me that. Guess what? The NFC just got better with Jordan Love, so now he's in your way.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
My eyes tell me that. Hey, guess what? C.J. Stroud is gonna go to Baltimore. May not win, but I promise you, Baltimore don't want to see C.J. Stroud.
Yeah.
I don't think that there's teams, playoff caliber teams, and it could be some of it has to do with scheme, right? But here's the deal. Here's what this is going to shock a lot of people because nobody has brought this up, but I'll ask the tough questions.
Let's go.
Scott Linehan. Okay, that's one. Ready? Jason Garrett. That's two. Kellen Moore. That's three. Mike McCarthy.
Okay.
That's four. This is now four OCs. This is now four. 1, 2, 3, 4. At a point, we got to say, is it the coaching or is it the personnel? This is why I said that and this is not, again, after you lose like that, dog, everybody come to the principal's office. Yeah. Come to the only thing that's going to save those guys, CD, Micah, Tyler, because I'm telling you, those are the three that I'm building my team around. I hate to say it, Dak about to be 31. Even if you extend them, I'm not extending them too long. Just being honest with you.
Damn.
That's facts. You can't, bro. I'm building my team around CD Lamb, Tyler Smith, Micah Parsons. How do we make sure that those guys are in the best position to play football for the Cowboys for the next 5 to 6 years? That's just what it has to be, dog.
Ooh, I'm loving the final word today.
Because
Agreed.
Because at the end of the day, and the problem is when you now had 4 different OCs. If you bring in another OC, this is what I tell people about coaching. And I wish James was on here because I did want to. Me and him, I want to talk to him.
I wanted James on his way. He on his way. Let me check on him. Go ahead.
Because me and Law, we talk all the time. But I do want him to know that I'm not protecting Dak Holmes. I'm embarrassed by that loss. I'm asking everybody a question, a tough question, because at the end of the day, what I tell people about an OC, I don't know if you coach, but you know this. Systems, 9 times out of 10, take about a year to 2, right?
Yeah.
To be built.
Yep.
Yeah.
Mike probably killed himself by letting Kellen run it.
Yes.
When he was here.
Right.
That was probably Mike's biggest mistake.
Biggest
If
mistake.
you go get one of these Shanahan guys, who's to say that they say, man, you know what? I don't want to come in here and undo some of this stuff. Because all those Shanahan guys think alike because they all come from the same tree. Because Shanahan is like Belichick in that way. He wants you to know details. You got to coach the details. That's how it has to be. We only have one really legendary coach from our tree, the Cowboys tree, and that's a Bill Parcells tree, and that's Sean Payton. But those Shanahan guys, they're all the same way. So I don't know if they say, he can't. And maybe they do. But, I mean, to me, this will now be your fifth offensive coordinator or some type of play calling role. At a point, we got to ask another question.
Oh.
And I'm not sitting here saying cut Dak or trade. I'm not.
You just got to ask the question.
You just got to ask the questions. Got dog. Let me tell you.
You got to.
Let me tell you something. After the way you were embarrassed, my homie, chat box, everybody watching this, 500 people. Let me look, 600 people watching this. Damn it, I'm asking a couple questions.
Right.
I'm sorry. Like, we asking some questions, bro. Everybody. CD, why was your energy off?
No. Pause. We gonna go to that. That's next. Fuss was ready to cook. We gonna go to that.
And let me say something. And let me say something real quick, boss. Because
hold on, real quick. Give me 1 second before you go. See, I gotta do one more button for the OG Fuss, bro. Because when you cook it, man, you know how I do, OC.
Dracarys.
Because he was finna go into CD Lamb, and we gonna talk about that. Oh, we gonna talk about that. That pouting, we gonna talk about that. Go ahead, OC. We gonna come back to that. But that was cooking.
Yeah, no, just real quick, because you mentioned about just mentioning stats. I don't look at stats to make decisions. I use my eyes, and the stats are a backup to what I'm seeing with my eyes. And what I see with my eyes to be extremely direct, no bull crap. I'm not asking no questions. I seen you play tons of games. I seen you play. I've been around this game, played it, and coached it the last 20 some odd years. So look. Your eyes get big in them big games, man. It's nerves, bro. Those nerves get a little out of control. You're a very good football player, but those nerves in them big games get a little out of control, and they cause you to make key mistakes, man. That's what my eyeballs see. And the stats just justify.
Hold on.
Go ahead, Foots.
Go ahead, Foots.
No. So, OC, I was about to ask you a question, not to cut you off. After that drive, right? We're down 7-0. Okay. I had a flashback, right? We're playing San Francisco, and Dak threw that pick to Michael Gallup. It was the same type it was slant, just quick game. And so he threw the same ball to Cooks. Now Cooks did not fight for that football. I think that's widely we can all agree for that as Cowboys fans. So that was right. Can't make that play. But to your point about the nerves, when things got goofy, right? And him and CD had their episode, and CD's in the slot, right? And Darnell Savage, who I follow very closely at Maryland. I'm in the DMV area.
Yeah.
So Darnell Savage, he was a dog in Maryland. Yeah. And I'll never forget, earlier this year, Fred Warner robbed CD the exact same way that Darnell robbed Dak. So here's a play calling issue, and here's a player issue. Here's my deal right here, Coach, and I'm going to toss it back to you, OC. In that moment, this is what bothers me about Dak. Everybody in the building knew after that episode with CD, because it's all on the TV, you guys got to know that everybody in the building knows where the ball is going. To you, to me, you cannot throw that football at that moment.
You can't.
You cannot.
You just
throw
can't.
That.
To your point, you can't. That's the point.
And those are the moments where I'm just like, can't have it, man.
Because
let me jump
I'm
in.
not gonna force
go
the
ahead though, because you was finishing OC. Then I'm gonna jump in.
Yeah, I'm finishing. You got to be able to check play, check route. You don't even have to check the play. You can check the route. It's hand signals. Whatever signals you guys determine amongst each other, quarterback to receivers, right? Every offense has them. Check the route, man. You looking at that defense, check the freaking route. And Dak in my opinion, from what I've seen, nerves gets the best of him. And the best quarterbacks, and I'm talking about good not being good enough here. I'm not talking about Dak's not very good, he's not good. That's not the discussion here. I'm talking about good not being good enough to actually get that Super Bowl win. And I'm saying this. The best quarterbacks, the top ones, the best, they have uncanny composure. In big moment, Dak has that look in his eyes sometimes like, oh crap, this is the big one. Oh crap. And that right there, I've seen enough of it. It bothers me.
Yeah.
But go ahead, boss.
I got to say something real quick. First of all, shout out to Foots, shout out to the OC, because it's never easy to talk about Dak. I'm going to say that right now.
Yeah, no, and this isn't a knock.
And to even critique Dak.
It's not.
Because I'm noticing that because I know the character of the OC. I watch Foots enough to know the character of Foots. All right. Nobody is hating on Dak. This is real. This is about putting the Cowboys first. And I'm gonna tell you, even if it's not now, there's gonna come a time to where it is gonna be a time to go at Dak. He's gonna age. He gonna lose it. It's gonna be a time, and it gets to a point where we have to be able to get ahead of it versus being behind it. So we got to be able to have these discussions. Number two, I want to say shout out to some people that's in the building. My boy CFT in this building, man. Appreciate it. My homie OG
Salute.
Rome. We got Landlord in the building. We appreciate all the content creators that came to kind of see us kind of go back and forth on this. But this is what I want to say in terms of with Dak. Dak, we can't help you, Dak, when you in like this. As much as we love you, we just can't, bro. It's just, listen, because now I'm not going to put my credibility on the line, because now I'm going to be on some Homer stuff, and I'm not. I can't say that this is first and then back you on a bad game. I can't do it, bro. And I won't do it. You know what I'm saying? You have to give us reasons to have your back, and you have to do it with your play. As much as with my heart I want to do it, right? Because I can't stand Romo cult members and racists and all these other people that don't like Dak for dumb reasons. Dak, you did give them ammunition in this moment based on how you played. So let's keep talking and let's go deeper. We talking about what now?
What now is this?
Now look at the picture.
You put. Oh, I know. I see the picture.
Okay, I just want to make sure.
Look, he. Oh yeah. He look. He's not here.
Because we got to talk about how too. OC got to talk about how, not just what, but how. I want to. Yeah.
Yeah. I understand. And at the end of the day, look, man. I'm gonna say one last thing on this, and I'm gonna get to what you said. Dak proved the point when he played much better in the second half. He played better and completed the football and threw touchdowns to Ferguson. It was no pressure at that point. We were already getting blown out.
Pressure was loose, yeah.
When the pressure got lighter, he loosened up. He started to play better, but not the pressure was gone. The game had got blown open. So that's even making my point even more. But to your question, Trey Lance is a guy that has a lot of talent, man. Is it a quarterback competition? If Dak is here, I doubt it, because this is the coach of the Cowboys. Dak is going to be QB1. Dak is a keeper. This is a keeper throwaway situation. This is not a competition between him and Trey Lance. I seriously doubt that, unless Dak gets hurt or something like that. You're not really going to see that. Should Trey Lance get the opportunity to compete for QB2? Absolutely, he should. I think he's a young, talented guy, and I think that, really San Francisco probably gave up on him a little bit too early, like in his second year, and he's just a guy with a big arm and a guy that can run and is just super athletic and has a cannon of an arm. Yeah, so, I mean, he has all the physical attributes, but at the end of the day, you put pressure on Dak, by a coaching change, right? And a culture change is the best way to put pressure on Dak. Or either you decide to let him ride out his last year and you're not going to re-sign him. We go in a different direction. I mean, that's what you do with those one or two things.
Can I jump in real quick?
Of course.
Is Law on there or he just?
No, I just put his pitch up there because I didn't want that empty space. I'm still waiting on Big. He's supposed to be coming in. Go ahead, though.
So, I saw somebody say something about what Kurt Warner said, and I want to make this very clear. I don't care. I don't care what Kurt Warner has to say. I don't care what QB School has to say. I don't care what these people after the fact who watch film because they're not in the hut. They don't know what's being asked. So my problem is this: you can't give a player the credit when he's doing well, and we know. Like I was out front of that, and I still think that Dak was the MVP of the regular season.
Right.
That's the regular season. So I'm not going to be a hypocrite in that way.
Yeah.
But my problem is this, right? My problem is we watch Dak do so much at the line of scrimmage. Okay? We do. We watch him control the game and look at coverages and call out things. And here we go. Yep. Oh, easy. Here we go. Right? But the problem is this. Then when it's bad, we say it's everybody else's fault. You can't do that.
No.
Which one is it?
Right.
And again, I'm gonna make this clear. And shout out to my guy CFT, man. That's my dog.
Yeah.
I want to make this clear. I'm not this offseason, I'm not letting no player off the hook consistently. The platform I have, you don't like it, don't follow me. It's cool. You don't have to agree. Because guess what? When Dak isn't here, I'm gonna be a Cowboys fan.
That's right. That's right.
That's just it. Huh. Those are my dad's Super Bowls. Those aren't mine. You see what I'm saying? That's why I'm a Cowboys fan. So at the end of the day, I'm gonna speak because I'm gonna tell you, these are the conversations that everybody wants to build. This is what Bill's gonna ask. Because Bill is gonna chop the playbook down. It is gonna be, you want Bill to come in here? I'm telling you now, you running that football.
Yes.
In more ways than one.
Right.
So that's what it's gonna look like.
Yes.
Get ready.
Right.
But you know, to me, you know what I'm saying? To me, boss, don't give me Kurt Warner. Don't give me, because I'll be honest with you. We give Dan Orlovsky a lot of hell. He came out before the game and said that Jordan Love would outplay Dak. And guess what? Jordan Love outplayed Dak.
Yeah.
It's just the facts.
It is.
In order for you to grow, if you when you go to a therapy session, they say, tell me the truth or you're not going to grow. If you start leaving stuff out, you start only talking about what your partner did to you, you don't talk about what you did, and don't have those embarrassing moments, then it's not real therapy. It's a lie.
Yes.
Let's not tell lies to ourselves.
Right.
Do we realize? I don't know if we realize, right? I don't know if we realize in a year it'll be year 10, bruh.
Yeah.
Next year, Dak was drafted in 2016. Next year will be this year will be 2024, 2025 season.
Yeah.
Come on, boss.
Yeah, no, I'm with you.
I'm just saying, like, I'm not saying you cut the guy today.
No, you can't.
You don't have a plan.
You can't.
But I'm gonna tell you this. I want to see Trey Lance in the preseason.
Yeah.
And you're not going to be able to draft the guy this year because you don't know where you'll be. But everybody needs to feel uncomfortable. Let me just say that.
Yeah.
The whole giving a vote of confidence and I believe Dak can win a Super Bowl. Well, Jerry, your belief is off because we haven't been to one. So we need to try a different approach. This is what I mean by the tough. When I first got on this show, I said the tough questions have to be asked.
Right.
That I'm letting you know now, we love you, but we are going to bring in competition.
Yeah.
We are going to bring in a coach that's not your friend and that you love. I always say you wasted years with Kellen Moore as his OC because they don't fear him.
Yeah.
They look at Kellen Moore like, bro, I took your position. How can you listen to somebody who you better than?
Yeah.
And you know that you better than.
Yeah. Hold on real quick.
Mike burnt himself. And, my bad.
No, you go. You killing it, bro. I'm finna call wrong. Go ahead, though.
Yeah, and I mean, and Mike burnt himself, honestly, because he should have took the offense when he came in. So that's that.
Yeah, my boy say, boss, you letting this ride. Hey, I'm not Dak Prescott defense. I'm not his defense attorney. I'm not. Like,
how can we? Let me ask you this, boss. How
yeah.
can we defend anybody after that game? It's what are we
I
letting
can't.
ride? What are you
Like,
talking about?
that's what I
Come on,
said. You
I
got to
respect
give
all of
me
y'all.
something to defend, bro. Like, because then I'm stepping into bopping. I'm not a bopper, bro. I'm sorry. I'm not built like that. Like, it's gonna be come a time to where, you gotta say it what happened in it. And if Dak said he played bad, why we gonna be over? No, he played okay. If his last 3 playoff games was bad, I can't get his back. I can't. You can't. You can't. And so, like, I also did talk about racism. I'm gonna say that because I want to be clear on that. Obviously, I'm not saying people that don't like Dak is racist. What I'm saying is there are certain people that don't like Dak just because he is black. Okay, I was talking about those people. I want to be clear on that. All right, but I want to have this conversation because we're talking about what now. What would be y'all plans as coaches to fix Dak? I'm gonna give mine. Right. I think you got to put more around him. I'm dead serious. I think you got to put more around him. So if you look, Foots, OC. So if he over there having this look like he had, because he did have that look, bro. I'm gonna keep it real. I saw Dak and I was looking at Dak.
Thank you.
OC, you know I'm gonna keep it real, bro. I ain't gonna never fake. You know that, right? I saw that look, bro. I didn't like that look, bro. I'm being honest. I saw it too.
It came.
I saw it.
On,
oh, Foots. I'm not lying. I saw the look. The look. You know the look. Oh, Foots had to step away for a second. Man, I saw the look. So when he has that look, OC, I think you got to be able to go around that. You understand what I'm saying? You got to give Dak so much that Dak can't mess it up. I'm serious. I'm dead. See, because listen, for those who want Dak to win it, stop asking for that. I think you don't put something on his plate that he might not have. Because the OC made a point. He said the guys who really won a Super Bowl was literally the best in the league. If Dak is not the best or playing as the best or playing on a super hot streak, I still want to win it even if he ain't hot. So my solution is you got to give him a better number 2, better number 3. You can't play around with your run game. Don't come in there with what you came in there with. You don't come in there with that run game. Am I playing OC? Because I want to hear from the OC and Fuster King. I want you to tell me how you go fix that, OC. Fix him. Fix him. You just paid him. You extended him. How we go win with him?
All right, so if I extended Dak and, we got to win with Dak, it's like, and I want to go back to this, I gave several options in my critique. If you're not the best quarterback in the league, it's only one way you can win. There's 2 other ways you can win. Mm-hmm. A, you got to have the best freaking coach. That's just can scheme and prepare, which was Bill Belichick over the last about 20 years, all right? He just out-schemed, out-prepared, just better than you, all right? Now, the second way I can win is that I have superior talent in a group. It doesn't have to be everywhere. It has to be at least one group. My defense has to be shut down, like Brad Johnson when he won the Super Bowl. Like when he won the Super Bowl, okay? Like when Joe Flacco won the Super Bowl with the Ravens.
Bro. Hold on
defenses shut down.
I'm sorry to cut you off. We getting greatly disrespected right now. It's 715 people watching, only 363 likes. Hold on real quick. So, I appreciate so many people in the building. And one of the ways to kind of get this content out is to hit that like button. And I know a lot of people mad right now because we lost and everything. It's easy to get in your feelings and all that kind of stuff. But let's forget to do the basic things when you know you're getting good content from people like Fuster King. Listen, y'all, this is the first time I've ever done content with Fuster King and the OC, bro. This is a legendary moment, bro. Yeah. For real, this is a legendary moment. You got Duns in the building who just rocking, and I've never done content with Foots or the OC. And Big Game James still might show up. Law can't make it. So let's just hit the like button real quick. OC, I'm so sorry to cut you off, big dog. I know you was cooking. Go ahead.
Yeah, no, it's fine. The number 2 thing that you can do is have a superior group on your team. And look at the Cowboys. What's the closest group to being a shutdown superior group? Is it the defense or is it the offense?
Hold up.
You pick what group is the closest to being absolutely elite unstoppable, and you make that group unstoppable if you have to win with Dak Prescott. And furthermore, adding to what you said, you're going to have to make sure that this offensive line is situated in such a way with tight ends, with the fullback, with strength at every position, and being able to have depth, enough depth that I can sub you out. If you tripping the guard or tackle, I can sub you out and have full confidence that guys will come to do a great job because I have to be able to run the football. So when Dak Prescott eyes get as big as saucers, that's a small plate. Okay, that's a small plate. That's not a dinner plate. Small plate. If his eyes get that, I have to be able to say, okay, settle down. We finna to run the ball this drive. We finna run the ball. Dak, hand the ball off. Dak, hand the ball off, G. Just hand the ball off. Calm down. Dak, complete a short pass. So how you settle down a quarterback is running the ball and giving him easy, simple passes to complete. That's how you settle him down. And we didn't have the ability.
They didn't settle him down, though, OC. That play caller
never settled him down.
So then, can we really blame that? Yeah, we can blame.
Yes, yes, we absolutely can.
Yeah, yes. I ain't finna give him no pass, no sir. Let me get off that.
Yes.
Go ahead.
Yeah. So in conclusion, for now, that's what you got to do. Go ahead, Foots. You got it, bro.
How you go fix him, Foots?
I mean, so this is actually a really good therapy session. Shout out to you, boss. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Shout out to 2i. Hey, 2i. I didn't want you to think I was hating on Dak. I'm not hating. This is the problem.
You talking about? That's Aisha.
Yeah, that's my dog, man. Like, I think we all have a common goal.
Yes,
right?
And
that's just, I want to win ball games when it matters. You know what? I think everybody in this chat would have said, "Hey, get me to an NFC championship. I'm okay."
Yeah.
Right? Don't go out like that.
Not like that.
Don't go out. Don't do that.
Because we like got to ask questions of everybody. It's what it is.
But come on, bro. Like, when you do that, when a team plays like that, then everybody is the team.
Yes.
And then they come to the podium and say, "Oh, man, I feel bad. I let the team down." Yeah, you did.
You did.
And Mike says, "Oh, certainly we're disappointed. That's not who we are." Well, okay, now I'm starting to feel like y'all don't care. And now I'm thinking, well, do we have to change? Because every year it's the same, we're going to say the right things. And hey, give Mike credit. He's not too high. He's not too low. He's not Nick Sirianni, doing stupid stuff after the game. He's not that. But the problem is you're now losing the same way over and over again. So to get back on course, how would I fix that? Well, number one, again, we talked about it, boss. Run game.
Run game.
A conscious effort. Everybody told me, "Oh, don't draft Jahmyr Gibbs in the first round." Why? This is what bothers me about draft community, and they always try to be right, and they always
facts.
They want to fight me,
and they want to be first.
Or they want to be, and I'm like, hey, cool, but then they start talking about value. Well, the chart says the value for the back just isn't there. Okay, cool. Well, guess what? I'm watching Jahmyr Gibbs game 1. This isn't even the playoffs. I'm watching him game 1 make a difference against one of the best defenses in the league in Kansas City. Okay, so if you're going to give me the value isn't right, then make sure you keep that energy when Jahmyr Gibbs is in the NFC Championship, because the value was right for Detroit to say, "Hey, we're going to trade up for Jahmyr Gibbs."
Right.
Like, but when I said it, "Oh, you just got rid of Zeke." Why would you draft a running back? Because you don't draft value. You don't look at what the value says. You look at the player.
Right.
What did the player do?
Right.
What do your eyes tell you?
Yeah.
I watched Jahmyr Gibbs with no weapons, him and Bryce Young with no weapons on the outside of Alabama, keep that team competitive in the SEC.
Right.
That's good enough for me. Okay? So this is so not to go on that rant, but you got to get back to run game. I've said I'm a draft guy, a guy like Blake Corn. Somebody who's going to get downhill. You need another back to help Tony. I would honestly bring Tony back. I don't know how fans feel about that. But you need two backs that you're going to say, no matter what, I'm handing the ball off to these guys, and you're going to have to deal with them. Period. Number two, and most importantly, you have to get Dak back to the back play action. Back to the defense play action. I thought late in the year we fell in love, and Philly did the same thing. I don't like when offenses just run gun. You know, they show that little mesh point, but there's like, okay, is it an RPO? What are you reading the defender? What are you doing? Because the problem with that is there's no real threat of a run. So now when you look at Green Bay, some of their wide zone and some of their split zone looks, there's a real threat of a run. So now your linebackers have to be honest. Green Bay's linebackers didn't have to play us honest, bro.
Yes.
There was no real threat of a run. We don't run the ball well out of our gun looks.
Right.
So there's no real threat of a run. So we're not a real heavy RPO team. So they're not RPO, and it's not a run pass option. So the fake and all the stuff you're doing, this is like detailed work that I'm looking at the film. It means nothing. Why are you even showing that ball? And the schemes don't really matter. The schemes are stale because of that. So you need to go back to, you absolutely have to go back to the defense play action.
Right.
You got these tight ends. You drafted Schoonmaker over some guys I probably would have taken, but you got him. I like some things that Schoonmaker does. I really do. I think he's actually a really physical blocker. I do. Yeah. And I don't know why you would draft that in the second round, but they did. Whatever. But
right.
Get to some of those personnel packages and throw him the ball. And also, honestly, I think that, you know, for everybody who didn't like what Hunter Lukey did in the Miami game, I think that Hunter Lukey adds a different element to the run game.
Yes.
And so maybe some of that stuff in living there and dying there. One thing about it, and the name we haven't brought up is Vrabel. But Vrabel would be fine living that way. Vrabel got Ryan Tannehill to an AFC championship. He'll figure it out. But I think these bells and whistles on offense, all it's doing is when we get into these big games, it's hurting us because we don't know how to, like, we just don't look good, bro. Like, there's no other way around it. We don't look good.
Yeah.
Like, there's no other way around it, bro. We get tight and we don't look good. If nothing else, give me a head coach that's going to say, dog, we're going to ram it down these folks' throat.
Right.
Vrabel did that for years with the Titans.
Yes. So hold on real quick, man. My boy Am say hit that like, share, and subscribe to all these channels. I absolutely agree. Because first of all, like I say, this has never happened. This is a collab that's been due, right? Everybody, I've been getting requests to do work with Foots for like years, right? So it's just we both been busy. And let me tell y'all something, man. It's a whole lot of us as content creators that want to do work. We be busy doing our own work. You know what I'm saying? So it take time sometimes for us to organically come together. But when you see this come together and you see this type of magic that's happening between all these great content creators, reward everybody with some likes, some subscriptions, right? Yeah, and follow these people, man, because you can trust these people. These people are saying some hard truths that's not easy to say. Not easy to say at all. So hit the wrong button, bro. God, dog. Hold on real quick, man. I hate this, man. I swear to God, y'all doing too much.
But I want to say something real quick, boss, while you get that together.
Yeah.
Is that, man, shout out to Footsie King, man. Great football mind, man. Enjoying doing the show with your big bro. So I really do appreciate the opportunity.
It's better than I thought.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Really good. And I want to bounce off of just a couple things that you mentioned when Mike McCarthy just was like, hey, you know, that's not who we are. You know, no, Mike, that is who you are. You've done this the past 3 years.
That's
like if every time you get upset, you haul off and hit somebody, you say,
That's
well, I'm
who
not an
you
angry
are.
person. No, yes, you are. You are an angry person. Every time you get mad, you hit somebody. I mean, that's who you are.
That's who you
So
are.
the reality of it is that is who you are. So that's a lie, Mike. That's who you are. And we knew and understood that, hey, they were going all in with Tony Pollard. They were not bringing back Zeke. And this is why the boss and the OC said, if you follow us when we do draft content, hey, man, get you a powerful guard. Get you a guy that can play guard and tackle. Get you Osiris. Get you somebody that can actually be a role grade and open up some holes. Because at the end of the day, it's fine if you bring back Tony Pollard, bring him back for a very budget-friendly contract. It's been some tread knocked off his tire the last couple years. That elite burst, man, that he had when he was splitting carries is not quite there. He's resorted, smart to him, of putting his shoulder down and trying to run over some people. Because he's not confident in that burst to get around you. And I like this. When it comes to running backs, I like fresh meat. Give us some fresh meat. We said last season, look, if you're cutting Ezekiel Elliott, get one of these backs. It was 8 or 9 backs in the draft last season that could have came in and helped the Cowboys. We got none of them. No offense to Deuce Vaughn. But at the end of the day, man, get fresh meat in here. Fresh young blood, fresh legs. Fresh legs win. And if you're not going to have fresh legs, you got to be dominant like you were in 2016. And great point, Fuster King, about Dak Prescott. In particular, rolling to his right off a play action pass. He's elite. He's super elite. And back to 2016, when we knew that we could run the football at will and we're going to play action pass, we're going to have a super high completion rate. But if you don't have that, you got to balance this thing. You got to do tomato. You got to do yin and yang. You got to do something. You can't just do what you've done. Go ahead, boss.
I got to get to some something that bothered me. I'm gonna just be all the way honest, man. I'm gonna be all the way honest. CeeDee Lamb bothered the hell out of me, man. I'm just being honest, bro. Man, it was. My eyes are for real, bro. I don't play about what I see. I saw a lot of loafing when the ball wasn't going his way. I saw arguing between him and Dak early.
Early for what? It's the first quarter.
Right, like.
What y'all doing, bro? It's a mental fortitude.
Am I tripping? Am I tripping, Foots?
No, because both of them, dog,
it bothered me,
and that's why. Okay, that goes back to your point, boss. And I'm not trying to cut you off, but I had thoughts about this too.
I hit a button.
Okay, so the problem is, okay, listen, it's time to coddle. It's time to, bring your arm around him. And it's time, hey, CD, it's game time. Snap out of it. Come on, bro. Do you know who you are? Come on. We could do the kumbayas afterwards. Go in, we're going to get you the ball, run somebody over. Tap, lock in. Come on, lock in. What are we doing? It's not time to, come on, CD. Get a Snickers, snap. What? No, bro, it's the playoffs. We can do that in the offseason. And that's what we are, in the offseason. You get what I'm saying?
Yes.
Come on. That's what I mean by, the mentality just soft. Well, we going to give them a tissue and they scoring again? Come on now. Then that's the problem. And I would say this. There are times that I question Dak. I'm actually not mad at Dak for saying, bro, what are you doing?
Yes.
Why are you not right? I don't know what was happening, but that's the quarterback's job.
Yes.
And that's what made me tweet bro, did something go on that we don't know about? Because your body language was just completely off that first half.
Completely. And to me, it was also off Foots during the game. He was doing stuff that's that, as a coach, you know about this. It's that subtle boycott, right? The subtle boycott is when you're not exploding off the ball when the ball ain't going your way. right? Where you loafing and you making it obvious that you're not getting the ball. He was doing that late into the game. It looked very diva-ish. And so it makes me say, what now again in terms of somebody that's trying to get the bag when you might not have the maturity to be the long-term number one? I'm just being honest, because it's almost like everybody almost wiped out all the gains that they had during the season. Mike McCarthy wiped out his gains. Dak Prescott wiped out his gains. We got to add that CD wiped out the gains, in my opinion, because when it mattered, you acted very diva-ish, and we don't know what happened.
Yeah.
Man, it's like this, man. It's like this. You know, I've seen a historical, famous, Hall of Fame Cowboys quarterback cuss out a receiver for dropping the ball. His name was Troy Aikman. I seen him look at a wide receiver and say, "I'll never throw you the ball," and he meant it with all of his heart. There comes a point in a time that you got to understand who the leader is. And the leader of this team is not CeeDee Lamb. The leader is not CeeDee Lamb.
Okay.
And sometimes you got to just set a person straight. And I'm not even saying come on. And I appreciate Foots being kind about it. I'm saying you acting like a broad. That's what I'm saying. You acting like a broad. That's what I'm saying. And you playing like a broad. That's what I'm telling him. And I'll tell him that on the sideline. And I will walk by him and say, catch the ball. You see my mouth. Catch the ball. You know? Catch the football. You understand?
Yeah.
So I don't care about your hair, your dreadlocks, the color. I don't care about none of that, man. Catch this football, break a tackle, and make a play. And furthermore, I saw this early in the year and I saw this last year, and I was waiting, y'all. I didn't say nothing. I just was watching it. This boy decides sometime he don't want to block. Sometime this kid don't block. Unacceptable. If you ain't getting the ball, this is football 1-on-1. You are blocking, sir. And you are giving effort when you block, sir.
So what now?
So you are not. What now?
Yeah.
Is I'm firing the receiver. I'm not going to say fire because I might be going too far. I'm holding accountable him through either it's a coaching change or I'm having a come to Jesus meeting and saying, look, if you want to be the number one on this team, you have to give elite effort in all aspects of the game, and anything else is unacceptable. Dak Prescott has to have a man-to-man conversation with him, and it can be behind closed doors. It don't got to be all out in the public. Like, hey, man, when I'm on the field and I'm talking, shut up. If I tell you to run a route, run the route. When I throw you the football, catch the football. We got a lot of receivers on this team. I know you're the number one. You say you great, you got to be great all the time. I expect you to be great all the time. That's the expectation. So somebody has to level set with him. You have to set expectations, and you have to appropriately adjust if he's not meeting the expectations, because he's a super talented guy. He's a great receiver, has all the talent in the world, but the mindset and the entitlement has to go.
I got to answer this question on what now, and I mean this. You got to add weapons to the room. See, what happens when you the best guy in the room, you feel like they need you and you acted in that way. We got to add another dynamic player in that room to where when you want to be devious, you also give Dak Prescott options. That's my what now. You got to get Dak something else in case that ever happens again. We got a surprise guest. Wrong.
What's good?
What's up, man? We got you in the building. So you go close it out with us, big dog. And I know you had some thoughts, so I want to hear your thoughts. And then we go catch it up and close it out. But what's your thoughts, big dog?
Nah, I just wanted to say I appreciate what y'all doing. Sorry for stepping on y'all toes earlier. I was live too. But
you talking about with the raid? With the raid?
Huh?
With the CFT raid?
Yeah. No, I was live earlier. You know what I'm saying? I had a little technical difficulty, so I went live later than I wanted to. But
okay, you cool, bro. That happens.
When I jumped in, Foots and OC was making excellent points. I just want to say something because y'all see I'm wearing the Let Them Hate the Dak shirt.
Yeah.
So everybody think that I'm opposed to Dak criticism. No, I agree with y'all 100%. Dak deserves all the criticism, probably even more. And that doesn't like what people need to know. This is grown men. These is like alpha males. If Dak can't take criticism, he don't need to be our quarterback.
Right.
So
right.
Let me just say, he deserves all of the criticism, but he also needs to be open to the criticism. I tell this to my kids all the time. If you don't embrace that you made a mistake, you'll never change. Dak needs to know that he wasn't on point last game. Just like y'all was just getting on CD. And this is why all I wanted to add to, I don't know how long, I wasn't here earlier in the show because I was live, but I don't know if y'all touched on actual coaching changes or anything like that.
We did, but we can revisit it.
I just want to ask before I go forward, were you guys opposed or with the coaching change?
With it. I think we need it, to be honest.
Okay, I'll give my point because I'm with a coaching change too, and this ain't got nothing to do with Mike McCarthy's X's and O's prowess. X's and O's is great. I feel like Mike came into his own this year a little bit, you know what I'm saying? But I think we need a culture change.
Right. Yep.
And I think that culture change is going right into y'all point about what Dak Prescott needs. He needs somebody that's going to walk in here and we not slapping five. We not holding hands. He needs somebody that's going to get in his face and, yo, what is you doing? And he ain't had that. He just ain't had that.
Right.
And look, and this is coming from one of the biggest Dak Prescott supporters out there. People think I just don't want to criticize him. That's not true.
Right.
He played terrible the other day. I have what y'all was saying makes complete sense. He just looked horrible. But I think the only way to fix it ain't got nothing to do with X's and O's. I just watched Dak Prescott lead a #1 offense in Kellen Moore's system, a #1 offense in Mike McCarthy's system.
Right.
It ain't about systems. Dak can play.
That's right.
Dak needs somebody that's going to get into his psyche now.
Yes. Ooh.
So he need a Mike Tomlin, even though he ain't coming. He about to re-up. He needs a Vrabel. He needs a Belichick. He needs a Harbaugh. He needs somebody that's going to look at him and build up his mental. That's not a disrespect. It's just that's the hole in his game. The hole in his game is his mental. And I think that I saw him. He looked like a deer in headlights a couple times.
I saw it too.
I was like,
I saw it.
I ain't like it.
I ain't like it, but I saw it.
You know, and it look. It ain't about perfection. There's quarterbacks like even Patrick Mahomes got Isaiah Pacheco. You need something. If you think your quarterback got a hole in his game, the great coaches, the great GMs will know. Okay, he got a hole. I'm going to find a way to patch that. Instead of just being arrogant, and that's the biggest. Hey, boss, how many times last season did I say that's our biggest issue? Arrogance.
Yeah, you said it all day, every day.
Family, they are arrogant, and they just think that whatever, we got this. No, if you know for a fact that Dak has a hole in his game or something that you need to you know what? He might need a little bit of a run game. Dak Prescott is incredible as incredible as I think he is. He has not carried a team with no run game type of quarterback. That's a very rare error that ain't him. It just ain't, and I ain't even here to lie. It ain't him. You know? So you need a run game. You also need an attitude, like an attitude adjustment, not to just Dak. I don't know if y'all got a chance to see this, and I'll fall back and let y'all finish. Did y'all see the inside the NFL clip with Aaron Jones?
Yeah, he laughing at us, bro. It's sad.
Oh, Put seen it. It hurt my feelings. Awful. Like I ain't trying to sound corny. It hurt my feelings. It's like, yo, we a joke.
No, bro. Hello.
What happened?
And it's gonna take.
What happened? I missed it.
Go ahead, Foot. You can explain it.
That and shout out to you, Brody. Like we be fighting that good fight on Twitter. You my dog, man.
all day, right? All day.
my problem is CFT. Dak can flat out do it, but there is something going on in moments. We can't run from that, bro. Like
right.
I'm not letting. When I tell y'all, I am not buying into this team until they I can't. I'm always bang draft cover because that's what I love to do. But until I see us, like you said, I need to see a significant culture shift somehow, some way. Somebody got to answer for this. Somebody got to catch a sword for this loss.
Somebody got to
The way
catch a
you lost
sword.
this game,
Say it, Foots.
somebody got to catch the sword, bro.
Man.
You're not just. Well, you cannot come to the press conference podium at the Senior Bowl or at the draft and be like, "Oh, hey, we're just getting." Are you out of your mind? Dog, y'all just got trounced in front of. It was the only game on TV at that time. No, no. I will go to training camp myself with a bullhorn and ask questions, dog. No, come on now. But anyway, bro. Yeah. And so, like you said, with the Aaron Jones situation, I mean, and some of that, hey, I'm gonna be honest. Like even with Shanahan, he comes out.
Great point.
Second quarter. This is what Shanahan said, boss. We already started game planning for him. Like,
it's the tone of how he said it. It's the tone of how he said it. He was like, "Oh, we switched over at the like." It wasn't that he said he switched over. That's coaching. It was the tone of it. It was like, "Oh, yeah, Dallas wasn't it, so we just switched over." I was like, "Oh, like it's the respect. We don't have respect in the entire league. It's over."
Somebody got to catch a sword. He right.
Yeah, it's like, oh.
That's what it is.
You done wasted so much time. Detroit didn't walk you down. They in the game where people respect them and respect how physical they are and how they play. That's what I said. Like
Detroit.
Think about that, bro. Like, and you think Dan Campbell cared when people say you don't draft a running back? He knew what he wanted to do. So that's what I'm saying. If you want to, however you want to play, which I think you need to get back to playing physical football, because I can honestly say, to piggyback off what CFT said, not just that, not just the whole. I was embarrassed, bro. And the problem is this, y'all. The players don't really seem like they care, and that's when I would start saying, "Okay, you out of here.
Yeah.
You out of here.
Yeah.
You out of here. You spend all this time on Twitter. You out of here. I'm getting guys in here. I don't care how long it takes. You waited that long. Let's wait longer. You gone. Who wants to play football?
Right.
Tyler Smith,
that's a fact.
CeeDee Lamb, Micah. Only 3 untouchable.
You know what? I think they touchable 2 foots. Cause listen, because it's a whole bunch of people that was like, Micah got snubbed on that second team All Pro. I don't think he did get snubbed. I don't. I felt like
the pride in the team, no boss. The pride in the team won't let people say it, but you need somebody that'll come in and say what you saying to Micah's face.
Yes,
you ain't deserve first team.
You didn't deserve first team, bro. You didn't play like a complete defensive end. You did not.
And it's like you rushing every play to get a hold now. Like, come on, bro. All right, we got it. We all know that you're getting held. Now you also
Foots, back up. Say nah, because you got to run that back. That was
that back.
He was prolific with that.
Let's not rush to get a hold and look to the ref. Let's keep playing football, bro.
Foots prolific with that one. They ain't hear that, boss.
I heard it. God, dog.
Bro, y'all realize? Have y'all looked at the pressure number?
He said we get it.
First Green Bay?
Yes.
We didn't get no pressure. I was like, why is D-Law jumping in and out of gaps pre-snap?
Yeah.
Like all that stuff, bro. Like did y'all see D-Law? He just kept shifting, and I'm like,
and our linebackers was doing the same thing. Our linebackers was just they weren't reading. They were choosing gaps, which is a different. They was just I got my gap before this place the play is snapped, and they all out of place.
No, Foots ain't hitting below the belt. I think Foots is hitting right on the nose. This is accurate punching. This is accurate.
This is the thing. This is what I mean. I need somebody that got the cachet. This is why I'm not opposed to a Belichick or a Vrabel or a Harbaugh, because they will come in and look Micah in his face and be like, "Yo, you're not that impressive."
Exactly. Yes.
I ain't trying to be mean. I know
say it.
World.
Say it.
You need somebody to look him in his face and be like, I coached LT. What you're doing is cute.
There you go.
Thank you. I coached LT. Get out of here, bro. Ain't nobody kissing your ass. Nah, bro. And that's exactly Yeah, bro. Like, and everybody job that can't be the only job at risk. For real. After CD powdered, after Micah Parsons disappeared again in the big game, everybody got to be looked at right now. We got bounced. Come on, y'all.
Boss, can I say this?
Yeah.
Can I say this? Tired of the team hide behind Dak because the national media want to blame him.
Yeah. Nah.
Dak deserves all kinds of fault, but I'm tired of the team hiding behind. Yo, they just gonna blame Dak. They ain't see how bad. Yo, there was receivers running 40 yards open.
The minute I said Jordan Lewis had a good game, he in trail position all game. I'm like, here we go. You know what I mean? I'm like, dog, and I'm gonna say it because I feel like Nation is scared to call J-Ron Curse. I don't care, bro. J-Ron Curse played bad, and it's played bad all year. Like, I don't.
Bro, Belichick would have benched him, Foots.
Yes,
that's why I said
no doubt.
Dog, before you got on CFT, I said, listen, you guys say you want Belichick. Some of your favorite players would have been walking up out of here.
Facts. And that's what we need,
I'm gonna tell you right now, he's not. Let me tell y'all something. If Belichick was coaching this team, he would have looked at Curse. I don't know if Curse would have made it 53 because he would look at Wanye. Everybody been like, who's this Wanye Thomas? Oh man, he can really play. Bill does it again. No, Bill knows talent, and Bill always jumps in front of it 2 years before.
Thank you.
He's historically known for doing that.
Oh my God.
Can I tell you what Bill would have did, Foots?
This is cooking.
Bill would have did something like Bill would have cut Schoonmaker in the preseason, and it would have woke everybody up like, oh snap!
Yoga
Bill would have cut Schoonmaker. He ain't even
fire. Yoga claim.
That's what we need. We need somebody random to get cut. Like, yo, did Mozzie not make the team? Yeah, Mozzie ain't make the squad.
For real.
Yeah, and can we talk about that before we go to the super chats, bro?
Go ahead.
I gotta talk about that, bro. And we gotta all answer this question before we close out.
Okay.
What would be the way that Belichick actually would work? Because we know that there is a dilemma of coaches coming to the Dallas Cowboys. We also know he's a strict disciplinarian. Foots, you know what I mean? Because he's a strict. He doesn't play. You miss a meeting, you mess around and get benched in the Super Bowl.
I tell you ASAP, bro.
Talk to him.
Ain't gonna be no victory parties. Ain't gonna be no more random promotion. All that's done. Ain't gonna be no Saturday night meet and greets. He cutting off. That's gone.
Yes.
That's all gone. We about to focus on football. That's it.
My question is though, CFT, is can he do that in Dallas with Jerry? Because then when you say, okay, it's no more meet and greets. See, Mike Fisher called it 53 brands. And he raised a good dilemma. And he said, when you try to go to those players and say, you can't do that, they gonna look and say, Jerry doing it.
Yeah.
Hey, boss, you know when you can't do that? You can't do that when we lose by 7.
Right.
You can't do that when we lose the previous year because Dak didn't slide in time. And you lie to yourself going into the offseason. So that's the biggest thing we do as Cowboys fans. You lie to yourself about the changes that need to be made. We don't need to make that many changes. We was close. But when you get blown off the face of the earth, you start realizing you got major changes to get made. Like we thought we needed an oil change. Now we need a whole engine.
Yes.
So
yeah.
What happens is you start realizing, like what Jerry went to question the culture. You got to sit down, 80-year-old man, and realize if you don't make changes, you ain't gonna sniff a championship.
Yes.
It is what it is.
Yeah. It is what it is.
I'm gonna say this, boss. OC, CFT. I watched a lot of documentaries on Nick Saban, and when I tell you that man's message has been the same since he was at Michigan State. The truth is this: there is only one way you get Belichick. It's the right way. Like people think that's an act with how he is. There's only one way. He's only gonna do it one way. I gotta have my hand, and so he's gonna have to have his hands on player personnel. I don't know how that will work with him and Will, but I think that they will let him have that part of it. Like, hey, we got to move on from this guy. I mean, Belichick is all my mafia guys in here. Okay, and I love doing this with sports. I'm a big mafia guy. I'm big on The Godfather, right? So when Mike had to clean up everybody, remember Tessio said, hey, he asked the concierge, he said, hey, can you get me out of trouble? Can you get me out of this one last time? And the concierge said, nope, you got to go too. You got to take that ride too. In other words, when Mike was coming down and he was cleaning up everything, anybody who betrayed his dad, that's how Belichick moved. He got to go. He got to go. You see him right there? He's lazy. He's going to miss meetings. He got to go. He's not good for our team. Hey, you see Sam Williams? He's going to keep getting those penalties. He got to go. He's not good for our team. That's how, when Mike was cleaning up house after his dad passed, all of them had to go. This is a dude who killed his own brother in the movie. And he said, Fredo, you weak. Don't ever go against the family. Fredo had to go. Guys, yeah, Hagen, that's it, a.k.a. Tom Hagen. He went to Tom Hagen. He said, Tom, can you get me out of Dodge? Guess what? Boss, Tom Hagen said, nope. I can't help you. This is how the mafia works. They cut everybody off because you leave one loose end, done. Whole operation done. And so
I love it.
That's how Belichick will come through. Are Cowboys fans really ready for their favorite Cowboy who they follow on Twitter and don't want to be friends? Are they ready for them to say, hey, you know what, him right here can't play? And it's the same with Vrabel. That's why Vrabel moved on from Kevin Byard. Everybody attacked me. And when I just asked the question, hey, wait, time out. Can Kevin Byard really still play? I mean, he went to Philly and made no impact. Vrabel, Belichick. Vrabel's probably been the only guy. Well, he didn't coach under Belichick, but he was a player for him. But those guys and the way they think, they always 2, 3. Yeah, that's it right there. It's a cult. It's a cloth, right? Guys, he can't play anymore. Like, to be honest, Curse might have been cut last year. Just being real with you.
Yeah.
Like,
facts.
Especially with the young Bulls. Yeah, especially with the young Bulls that was sitting there waiting. Real quick, man.
Hey, you know what, boss? I'm gonna make one more point real quick.
Go for it.
Grab your knowledge.
I do believe, right? I do believe that Will and Bill could work. Like, that could be a dynamic.
Yes.
Football.
Yes.
They gonna be talking. They gonna be spitting football.
Boy.
That's it right there. Because when you listen to Will talk, no cut. Just like Will, I'm gonna give you an example.
It will work.
Will is.
Yes, it will work.
Will said, I'm not even taking interviews. I don't want to waste anybody's time. He don't play those types of games. So,
can I say something to your point, Foots, real quick?
Yeah.
Can I say something to Foots' point?
Yeah.
It's crazy. Culture can change players that you look at differently now, and they would be better for it. If you bring Sam Williams in, his talent into a Bill Belichick system when he's first drafted, he's different now. The talent would shine through. I feel like you get sculpted different when you just come into a place where it's no nonsense.
Yeah.
I think he would have been a different player. I think certain players, when you get the best out of them, because it's no nonsense. This is football. We ain't here to play.
Nah.
And that's what we missing.
Yeah. That's what we missing. OC, I did want to talk about a danger of Belichick. It's a long-term thought, but it's a danger to me.
Okay.
All right.
And the reason why I called on you, because I know you got a lot of good quality corporate experience, so this is going to probably be up your alley for sure.
Yeah.
Belichick is also dangerous because he's a football savant, right? And when you put him and Will McClay together, dog, if you ever get rid of Bill, he gonna walk out with everything that you was doing. He gonna walk and he gonna take it to the next location for the next until he dies. That's my only concern, bro. If you get Belichick, you better have a long-term plan with Belichick because he gonna make you pay in personnel once he learn what Will McClay is doing. What's your thoughts on that, OC, before we go to the Super Chats?
That sounds like a risk. I'm ready to
Yeah,
take.
man. I don't.
Right, facts.
I don't really. The benefits outweigh the risk.
Yeah.
Bill Belichick is not 40. He's
Well
70.
said. Well
so
said.
how much longer is Bill Belichick's going to coach?
Right.
So if you leave in 2 years and you go and you're an assistant, consultant for some other organization, who cares?
Yeah.
As long as you deliver me a Super Bowl, I don't care what you do. So to me, that's a non-discussion.
Thank you.
Come on, Bill.
You talk me
Take
out
my
of
best
it.
practices.
Thank you, bro.
You want the playbook? That's fine. Help us, sir. Help us, please, get to this 6th Super Bowl. So you can have whatever you want. I'll even put you in a Ring of Honor. Let's go. That's my thought. I don't care. There's no emotions, no friends, no loyalty.
Thank you, OC. Appreciate that, big dog.
Straight.
Oh, man, that was
Put
wonderful.
hashtag
Wonderful,
straight
wonderful,
business in the
wonderful.
chat.
I like them all. I like them all. I like them all. Only real G's know where I got that from. I love them all. I love them all. Southerners know what I'm talking about. I love them all. I love them all.
Hey, man. And salute to y'all, boss. I got to go. I got some work to do.
Man.
I'm going to let y'all land this plane,
Hey,
man.
Okay.
I got to go. I got to run. Foots, man, it's been a great pleasure. CFT, always a great pleasure, man. Appreciate you guys.
Absolutely, bro.
All right, y'all help me with these super chats. Oh, give your final word, OC.
Yeah, man, I just think that the Cowboys got to make changes, and the degree of humility that the executive office has in terms of giving up a level of control is going to be the degree of success this organization has in the next 2 to 3 years. It's really all in the hands of the front office. What are they willing to give to truly get to that 6th ring? If they're unwilling to give, we're going to be a 12 or 11 win team that gets put out the first and second round of the playoffs. We won't even get to the NFC Championship because of the cultural issues and the cancerous behaviors that have been left unchecked for years. If they're willing to yield and give control, they're willing to be humble and to learn, then we can go to the top. It's all in the hands of the front executive office what they want to do. It's completely up to them. That's my final word.
Man, appreciate it, OC, man. That was fire. All right, guys, can y'all help me with these super chats, and then we go give y'all final words and get up out of here? We gonna be quick.
That's fine. All right, question.
All right. I want to address this one thing just real quick before we get into them super chats. He said we need to get the younger coaches. I keep hearing this a lot. To me, that's one of the worst ideas that I keep hearing. Like, why would we want young coaches when we know we have a meddling front office?
Yeah, they would corrupt them.
They would corrupt them. Thank you, CFC. We forgot that we had a young, innovative coach, CFT, in Kellen Moore. He was a Trojan horse. That's not the way.
Crazy thing is, Kellen wasn't corrupted. He might have became better, but we ain't
Facts.
gonna talk about that.
No, I agree. I agree.
Another
100%,
conversation
bro.
for another day.
That's a whole nother conversation. I think we need to stop saying that. You do not want young coaches with Steven and Jerry. No, you don't. You want somebody with skins on the wall.
I would take Bobby Slowick, but he gonna get corrupted.
Exactly. It's now you gotta have somebody that come in here that got some wars, man. Some people that can say, "Listen, man, I've been there, done that. At least for this year, give me my chance." I'm Harbaugh too, bro.
Bill, man.
You take Harbaugh over Bill. Harbaugh my number 2. He my number 2, but that's a good number 2. That's a real good number 2, and we could talk about that, man. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, let me get to these super chats.
You gotta do another show, boss. You gotta bring me on.
Man, let's say we can do it this week, man. We'll figure it out. You know how we always do.
Talk to me.
All right. Yeah, I'm gonna hit you up, man. We'll put it on the calendar, bro. See, me and Foots took. People don't know it took me and Foots about 3 weeks to get this done, bro. Cause we busy, bro. All of us trying to get it done, bro. It's like, shout out to Foots. It's also very early where he is.
Foots one of the goats, man. Foots one of the goats, man.
Nah, man. I'm honestly, y'all. I really care about it, man. Like, I care about like giving people quality, and y'all do too.
Yeah.
And, like, people, like, it's so crazy because like we are part of the community that don't just. I'll never be called a homer. So
exactly.
We really give ourselves the we give the fans the truth. Unfortunately, I'm gonna just get my final word out the way because I don't want to take up anybody else's
Talk to
time.
him. Talk to
I'm gonna
him.
be honest with y'all. I haven't felt that disappointed in a long time, y'all. And as a fan base, I'll always be here. I don't leave, so that's never gonna change. But I feel like we need to use our voice properly. They be on Twitter. People be on Twitter. People be on the internet. Probably some of the issue. But doggone it, we need to talk about it because we need to get the thinking around this organization to change.
Yes.
What you guys have been doing isn't working.
Right.
Something's not right.
At all.
Right. Yep. Well said, Foots. Great final word. Hey, Foots, also, if you got to go, that's cool, bro.
I'm going to tap out, man.
I see you fighting it, bro. I appreciate it, bro. I appreciate it.
That's my thing. I be trying to stay awake, man, but this is...
It's early where you at,
bro.
Yeah, man.
The thing is, I've been watching film all day, and
yeah.
I got a piece dropping on some... Y'all know this is my time of year. I didn't want it to come this early,
about to escalate.
But you already know, like, man, this is my time of year, so I'm just... like,
it hurt.
I still can't believe. Yeah, bro. Like, you think I'm gonna rewatch that game? Everybody talking about, I watched all 22 for what?
For what?
Like,
Me neither, bro.
That goes back to what you talking about, boss. Like, everybody wants to be so quick to come up with a rationale. What?
Yeah.
There was nothing to see from that game that you're gonna get and be like, oh yeah, man, come on, bro.
Other than we played like shit.
Yeah, like, come on, bro. There's no scheme. There's nothing that you could say offensively or defensively. We could clearly see it was coverage, but we don't need Greg Olsen to tell us or Brian Baldwin or whoever. Come on. Like, oh, man. Thank you for having me.
Hold on. Before you give your final words, I do want to say, man, my boy Law Nation was in the chat. He couldn't make it today, bro. We missed you today. Everybody missed you today. Obviously, we go try to run this back because it would have been even better with, obviously, Loud Nation with Fuster King and CFT. That would have been just dope. We go run this back again sometime in the future. What's your final words, big dog?
Me or
you?
Oh, my final words is this, boss. My final words is boss is the GOAT, man. Great show, man. I'm gonna leave on some positivity, man. I don't want to just be negative because I don't even live like that. So
that's what's up.
My final words is boss, CFT, solid brothers. Let's keep this thing going, man.
Let's keep it going, man. And we go work this off season, bro. I'm gonna be leaning on you for draft content. I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm gonna go dark. I do that. I go completely dark for about a month. Okay, I'm gonna come back and we gonna have to do some work and talk about ways to improve. I've been always wanting to do that, which I'm glad that we committed to doing it in the future. I know the fans want to see it, man. We go really work hard this offseason, big dog.
All right, say no more, bro. I'm out.
All right, big dog.
Have a good
CFT.
evening,
bro. You want to go ahead and get your final words because these super chats is deep, big dog.
I got you, bro. I'm gonna piggyback off what Foot said, man. And it's simple, man. My spirit right now, I'm gonna be completely honest.
Yeah.
My spirit's still broken. Not that I'm not gonna support the team. It's some of the clips that's coming out, man. That Aaron Jones, you ain't seen it?
No.
He's like, they some front runners, they don't want it. And I've heard what Debo said. It's the lack of respect for our team around the league. This is not an X's and O's issue. And there's a disconnect in our locker room where they just don't see it. Like we be saying, hey, Micah, they not your friends, bro. They think you a joke.
Yeah.
They think you a joke. And they think we a joke. And this is way bigger than the rivalry with us in Philly where we always go back and forth. And they think we a joke. Let's just keep it funky. They think we're a joke. And we'll argue with Philly, but you never really think about the fact that there's a Denver Bronco that think we're a joke, or a Charger, or a Jet, or the entire league thinks that the Dallas Cowboys are a hilarious joke. They're not to be taken serious. And they came into that game and they executed what they said. Like, when you watch that clip, it's going to break your heart. And it let me know this ain't got nothing to do with Mike McCarthy's X's and O's and the facts that he had Dak have his best year, X's and O's wise. Yeah, Dak had a great year. But when you got a man an alpha male behind you that's going to help sculpt you mentally, Dak would have been better if he had a Mike Tomlin, as we've said, a Bill Belichick, a Jim Harbaugh, just a leader of men, for lack of better wording.
Yeah.
It changes things, and that's our biggest problem. We haven't had a leader of men since Jimmy. Well, no, we had Bill Parcells, but we know him and Jerry ain't get along. And I thought Mike was a leader of men because he talked a good game, but he's more of an X's and O's guy.
Yes,
he's not a leader of men. And I've seen too many examples. It hurts to say that because I really supported Mike.
Right.
Jason wasn't it. Jason's a supporter of men, which is a whole nother conversation.
Ooh, this is good though. Hey, you don't have to rush. You don't have to rush.
That's what I'm saying. That's why Dak loves Jason, because he's a supporter. I mean, he's a great supporter. He's a great person. He's an advocate for players, but he's not a leader of men. There's a difference. Jimmy Johnson, leader of men. Michael Irvin, you heard the passion in his voice. He's a leader of men.
Right.
And you can't really teach it. It's just in there.
Right. You got that or coaches, you don't. Yeah.
And you can't have we got players as leader of men. That's fine. There's levels to this. But you need your CEO to be a leader of men. And we haven't had it. And the reason why we haven't had it is because that's a prerequisite for a non-hire for the Jones family. They've probably had people interviewed that were leader of men. And they ain't like that. They like a Wade Phillips.
Yeah. Yes.
They like but their problem is they have to be talking to themselves right now and saying, yo, something's wrong with our approach. We gotta stop cutting off these brothers. I'm about to curse, but cutting off their
unsully them, cut they privates.
Yeah, we gotta stop, because you know what? Maybe Mike was a leader of men.
Right.
But they kind of took that leader of men part and was like, nah, we're gonna hold that for you till you leave.
Yeah. Yeah, we gonna keep we gonna keep your privates.
And now the players can't respect them because you broke them.
Ooh.
So my point is, you need to bring in Bill. Bill won't let you break them. Bill will just quit.
Yes.
And their fear, their alpha male in their mind, they'll be afraid to hire Jim Harbaugh.
Yeah.
Because he
gonna push back. He's a disruptor.
But you know what though?
Yeah.
He gonna also hand you your most success you've seen in a while.
Man, sell me. What's your reason for Harbaugh, man? You can't we gotta talk, bro. We gotta talk.
Now I'm gonna tell you because
why he your number one?
Because he a team builder.
Yeah.
At every stop he's been at, he's a team builder.
Yeah.
This ain't microwave success.
Yeah.
Jim Harbaugh might not come in and win us nothing next year.
Yeah. What?
But you give him.
Can I make the case for Harbaugh? Why I feel you on Harbaugh real quick? People forgot he took over that Singletary team and went to 3 NFC championships immediately with the exact same team.
Colin Kaepernick was Jalen Hurts before Jalen Hurts or Lamar Jackson.
Yeah.
And wasn't nothing since, and that's no disrespect to Colin Kaepernick. That's another conversation. My point is, Jim Harbaugh would have Dak Prescott moving different.
Yes.
You know, what's that joint from Paid in Full? My body different. He would have him he would be moved because he would instill a level of confidence in him. He would tell Dak, yo, we're not going to fail because I ain't going to allow it. I don't think Dak has ever had that. Dak's biggest problem, when I heard them talking about Dak's biggest problem, that scared look in his face, is called pressing.
Yes. Ooh. But let's see him too, boy. I swear you be going hard.
When he starts to press, and it's because Dak cares. Dak is what you want him to be. He cares. When he thinks I gotta do something, he go tunnel vision, and he don't read properly. I'm not saying that it's a detriment to him, but it's because he cared too much.
Ooh.
Dak was like, I gotta make a play.
Yes.
And my problem is, if the rest of the players showed up, Dak wouldn't feel like I gotta make a play. Dak would be like, I can live to fight another day. He didn't feel like that no more. He said, they are moving the ball on us easily. I can't play around. But if our defense and our special team, the whole team didn't show up. Aubrey missing kicks. They bumping into punt returners. Like, Everybody messed up. The defense letting people run 30 yards open, and then Dak Prescott says, I got to put my cape on. That ain't your job, Dak.
That's a great
And that's
man.
what a leader of men would have told him. That ain't your job, Dak.
Thank you, CFT. Very good analysis. Fact, it's fair as hell. Keep going though.
I don't even know if that's my final word. My final word is this, man.
No. Man, we went from final word back to football, but back to final word.
I'm just saying. My final word is my final word is we need a leader of men.
Yeah.
Period.
Yeah.
We can if we bring back Mike McCarthy, we'll win some games again. But it would either take for someone else. We would have to bring in a defense. Somebody got to lead. Because there's no way that Mike can change. You can't. It's like when you're raising your children and you get them too many leniencies, and then you try to be a hard parent later, and they don't respect you. It's over for Mike. He had his chance. It's gone. You have to bring in another person that can lead. And of course, we would love the Belichicks. We would love the Harbaughs. But I'm telling y'all right now, y'all might be sleeping, but Mike Vrabel would come in and he would wreck shop. And we would need it. We would need it. Because I said this earlier, boss, and I'll let you go. Tell me this, y'all. Anybody that's still in the chat. I don't know. I can't see how many people are still in the joint. I ain't even looking at my phone.
Me neither.
You would take, if we started next year 3-3 or 3-4, because we made a cultural change. And it was a let's call it a rebirth. We trying to figure ourselves out. But we finished the year 10-7. But we would be the most prepared team for the playoffs we've had in 20, 30 years. You take that. I would take 10-7. I'd take 9-8.
Yes.
If we would look how the Packers looked when they came in there and stomped a mud hole in us because they wasn't afraid.
Right.
That's called a cultural change. We need that. I don't care about 12-5. This year is not about we got our accolades. That got us all pro. Congratulations. Everybody got their stuff. This year is not about accolades, and it ain't about record for me. It's about a feel. I need to see certain things throughout the year, a certain type of fight, a certain type of integrity, grit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just need to see that. So my final word is we need a leader of men, and I don't care how we get it. Because I would take Antonio Pierce right now, because you see what a leader of men look like when they take over? Look at it. Look what the Raiders did. Look at the difference. A leader of men comes in. I don't care what position he coached. He was a linebacker coach, but when he came in, a leader of men changed that whole locker room to where Max Crosby said, yo, if you do not re-sign this man, I want to trade. That's what a leader of men does. And
Man, I hate that you gotta go. I promise you, I will reschedule something. We gonna figure out how for me, because man, as you was talking, it was so much I wanted to say. Ooh.
I know it's dumb late. I jumped in here late, but we just schedule it, man. Look,
Yeah, we'll
unfortunately,
schedule
we got a 9-month vacation, so we got
Facts. Man, I also appreciate you, CFT, man, for always being ready to go. And see, that's why I say before you go,
I appreciate you bringing me on.
this is why I say we got the best group in the world. It's no longer saying the best group in the country. We have the best sports content people in the world. CFT was not scheduled on the final word. I just saw him in the chat, and I was like, bro, he was cooking so much in the chat, I'm going to send him the link. You know what I mean? Because you can trust that he's ready on the notice, bro. You know, so he stay ready. Like the OC said one day, we can walk out of bed, wipe the coals from our eyes, and give 3 hours of content. So, man, thank you, bro.
We dialed in. We dialed into everything.
We
bro.
dialed
You
in.
understand.
Right.
Just do me a favor, boss. When you get out of here,
Yeah.
go to I don't want to curse. Itches Love Sports. I say Itches Love Sports.
Gotcha.
She posted the clip. That's why I came about it. And I saw the Aaron Jones thing.
Gotcha.
And I'm not trying to make you go watch something. It's just you gonna probably text me like, yo, bro, we got to make a change. That clip, let me know. If the Jones family see that clip, they're going to go ahead and just text Mike, hey, man, it's been nice.
Yeah.
Because players shouldn't come up in your house and say, dude, tap Aaron Jones and say, yo, remember last time you was here? I know what you about to do. The audacity.
Right. I got to see it, bro. I'm going to check it. My boy D.A. Lee keep telling me he tagged me. I'm going to go check it out. D.A. Lee, man, appreciate that, D.A. Lee. I'm going to thank you again, CFT.
Of course, man.
We go do this again, man, and y'all know we go do some magic when we rock like he said, we got a long off season, so y'all look for me and CFT to do some work. Cause you said a lot that I want to revisit. A lot.
Well, hey, look, like I said, bro, we gonna me and you know you can hit me. We'll map out the show, and we can just get to it, man. My passion for the team hasn't left. When I say I'm heartbroken, it's just that I got so much love for this team. I want to see the passion that we have for it manifested on the field.
Yeah.
Because if I had the talent these guys have with my passion, we would be dominating. I just don't have no talent, so I can't do that. But my passion is there, bro.
Yeah. It ain't going nowhere. I can't wait to see it, bro. I know it's gonna piss me off, but I need it. Man.
It's worth it, bro. I'm not hiding for none of the smoke. We need. What Foots was saying earlier, and what y'all been saying all day. Tough love, man. What happens is the coddling culture has gotten players saying stuff like, I got time today on Twitter. And they missing it. They missing the forest for the trees. Like, you want to fight with us.
No, we need
Bring
you on the
that
field.
passion to Aaron Jones. You mad at me.
Yeah.
What you mad at me for? You Debo talking about, you sure you want to play again? Like, that is a level of, I have no fear for you, big dog.
Yeah.
Micah, I don't care what you talk. Like, it should have, Micah should have just been like, hold up. Like, what you mean? He told him, you sure you want that again? Because last time we played,
he told him it could go be worse.
and it's like you go from that to you go to this Aaron Jones thing, and then you start realizing, yo, don't nobody in this whole league, no players, respect. Yo, he pushed CeeDee Lamb. Yo, might have got ejected. Jair pushed CeeDee Lamb. I might have got ejected. I might have turned around and just swung.
Yeah.
Just off GP. And that's the thing. It's like, where is it at?
Yeah. We will get it. No, man. I know, man. We'll keep going, bro. Man. Appreciate it, big dog. We'll talk. And man, and listen, y'all, man, definitely, y'all definitely, man. Shout out to all them guys. Y'all make sure y'all support CFT. He's still with us, CFT. If you stay with me, man, we gonna keep doing content, bro.
I got to slide because look,
okay.
I got off and then I told Wifey I was jumping on and we 30 minutes later, so I'm gonna slide. But you hit me tomorrow, text me or call me, and we gonna work it out.
There it is. That was CFT, y'all.
Love y'all, man.
Y'all make sure y'all
love y'all.
Y'all follow the homie channel, man, and y'all stay with me. I gotta get through these. Before I go,
hit that like button. Stop playing.
Right.
Seriously.
For real. Hit the like button.
Y'all know how I get down on my channel. I don't play that. Hit the like button.
Appreciate that.
And the subscribe button.
Appreciate it, big dog. For real. Right, CFT in the building. Now, all right. Now, I'm going to get through my super chats, and I still got to give my final words, so the show is not over. All right? The show is not over. Y'all stay with me. All right? This was an epic show. Like, this was the first time we did work with Foster King, and it won't be the last. Y'all saw that. We've done shows with CFT many a times, and y'all see he got an open door policy. He can walk in and out whenever he want to. That's just how I work with CFT. He's earned that. He's that dude. So let me get to these super chats. Let me get through these super chats, and I'm gonna get through them pretty quick, and then I'm gonna give my final words. I think it's gonna be worth it because I do want to wrap up this show in a good way. All right, I really do. So real quick, first super chat. He said you gotta immediately look at your DC when a team put up 50 on you. No way you can win like that on Sunday, and that is absolutely true. Like. And see, CFT raised a great point with Dak Prescott. See, that is something to where he's right. Sometimes you gotta everybody gotta be doing their job so that the main guy don't have to feel like he gotta do everything. And that's just a good point. He say, remember when Dak and Zeke, he didn't have that look of trepidation in his eyes ever. Now he knows it's all on him. That's true. That's a fantastic super chat. Because the look in Dak's eyes this time was different than the looks that I've seen in the past. I've seen Dak without the look in his eye with more pressure. It was more pressure on him in 2016. So it's something to that press thing that CFT was talking about. And then True Believer said, just like last year, playoffs 2-2. We throw a pick instead of running the ball. Yeah, and that's a play calling issue. And that's one reason that honestly Mike McCarthy's on the hot seat. Another super chat. He said Dak deserves all the slander. No defending him, but it sucks that his defense didn't have his back like Joe. That's fair. And that's just fair. That none of us, people that love Dak like me, we can't have your back after 3 bad playoff games in a row. As much as we want to, we can't, because then what we doing is we're more so favoring you over the team. And we can't put anybody over the team but say we loyal to the team. It would be an oxymoron. So then we got another super chat. He said Michael's calling weird plays from 1 through 5. Yeah, and that's one thing, man. It was just weird. It was everybody was bad. Dan Quinn was bad. Mike McCarthy was bad. Dak was bad. Offensive line was bad. Running game was okay. Receivers was pouting. Michael Gallup had a good game. Ferguson had a good game. Everything else, I can't say what was good. It's good to see Aisha in the building. I just want to say that. She said, I love Foots. Your perspective helps. It's always good to see sister in the building. Appreciate you always. And then we got another super chat. She said, so Dak pay him at the high salary and build a team? Yeah, that's what you do. Yeah. And honestly, you got no choice. See, because for people that want to get rid of Dak, you now got to tell me a bona fide smart option. And right now, the only option is to take a look at Trey Lance, because he might not be no better. So, you still got to pay Dak. You still got to, He said Dallas Dream 1-2 punches Detroit's backfield. Good point. Absolutely agree with that. We go have to get serious about a running back. We also don't have draft picks. So we go have that conversation too. Is this a move down situation? Are the comp picks going to be enough to make up for what we need? All right. And then he said, nobody's above criticism. And I agree with that super chat. We got a few more, y'all. Thank y'all for being patient with us. Y'all really went crazy on the super chat, so it's a lot of them. Raw Truth said, do you think that Dak needs to see a sports psychologist in the playoffs? He always look nervous. That's never bad. To any time you get mental help on how to normalize pressure situations in life, that's a good thing, right? So none of us are above getting psychological help at anything, at any moment, whether it's depression, marriage, counseling, whatever, in how to deal with pressure yourself. It's a good thing. If that would help Dak, I would say absolutely do it. I think they all should do that. And good point with that, because golfers actually do that. Golfers go to a psychologist, especially because a lot of times a putt can be worth $1 million to some of these guys. That's a lot of pressure, and you can feel it in your hands. And they go to these sports psychologists so they learn how to normalize big moments. That's a very good super chat. And then Perry said he want to get his hands on Parsons like LT. Ooh, he talking about Belichick. And I heard what he said, because they tried to hype him up. He said, do you think Parsons is a Belichick? And he said, no, LT. He said, this is the thing. I've coached LT. He said LT tilted the side of a defense for 10 years. I'm not comparing nobody to LT until they earn it. That's the type of message that Michael Parsons needs to hear. And then this is a Philly fan. He said, health and welfare check. You good, bestie? Yeah, I'm good. San Fran fan, they gonna come in here. He said, Dak quit defense can't beat Shanahan tree. 0-6. See, that's what Foots and King was talking about. Very good observation by you and Foots on that. That's something I never observed. And that's why, honestly, I do need to do more content with more of other people that I haven't done content before, because there's always a certain thing that you get from doing content with people you usually don't do content with. You start seeing stuff that they see that you never even thought of. So yeah, that was a very good super chat. My boy Chris 214 say, OC, does TJ Bass clear Chuma at guard? OC not here. Yes. Yes, I can answer that question for sure. This is the last 2 super chats, man, and then I'm gonna get my final word. He said, one way to change the culture is to dip in the pockets on violations and create real competition. I think that might be the super chat of the day. Yeah, because see, what you talking about, Chop, is culture. This is culture stuff. Like, I think all of our ideas need to be focused on culture changes, finding players, violations, no victory parties before you even played the game. We need a culture change. We need to, and I meant this, we need to get rid of Hollywood Dallas. No Hollywood. I think that needs to be the most important thing we look at. Let's go get rid of that Hollywood South mentality in Dallas. And then J-Rod with the last super chat said, I just can't stand Sam Williams on special teams. So let me give you my final word. So on my final word, I would say this. I think everybody hit it on the head, especially how Foster King started it. I just can't say it no better than he said. I can only repeat it. After a loss like that, a sword needs to happen. And I'm not the type that's I don't usually think like that. I'm usually that person that don't think some kind of example is what we need. But I'm certain. Oh, let me take this comment real quick before we get a super chat, because this is important. He say, bros, y'all talking about Belichick like Big Mike is already fired. Well, that's the point. We don't want him. I don't. If it's for Belichick, I would take Belichick right now over Big Mike. That's why I'm talking about it, because I want Belichick. And this is why. The main reasons, before I get into my final word, the main reasons I want Belichick, because we all know he comes over. Oh, landlord, you sent me a super chat? I missed it, big dog. Hold on, quick. Hold on real quick. Give me a second. Give me 1 second. Y'all give me 1 second, man. Y'all be patient with your boy. I'm finna do something that y'all go like. For real. Y'all just be patient, man. We finna give y'all some bonus real quick. Hold on real quick. Y'all give me 1 second.
What's happening, bro?
Landlord, I got you in the show.
Yeah, I sound because I'm on the Bluetooth. It's good.
You sound average as hell.
Is that passable? And I need to take it off.
Take it off.
Okay, hold on.
Yeah, because I know you sent the super chat, but I know you got something to say. So what you got?
Yeah, man. I just was saying, like, of course, like, I'm not putting everything on deck. I'm not doing that. But I do want to ask, we do got to ask ourselves, man. Because like we said, you put it perfectly, boss. You said, at this point in time, if we take a note for Dak, we'll be basically enablers, or we'll be at the point to where, we'll be putting Dak over the team. We can never do that.
No.
Right? We can never do that.
Mm-mm.
So now,
Can't
bro,
do
we just got to ask ourselves. All I'm asking is, when it comes to his mindset, that's, how when people have nerve damage, they don't know if it's going to come back all the way right, or they don't know when it's going to come all the way right.
Yeah.
Right? So that's a case to where we don't know if he can fix his mindset, bro. We don't know.
Right.
We don't know. That's the unknown. So we can go suit up and fix all of this other stuff. And then as soon as we get back to the big dance, we got to hope if he's better or not.
Yeah.
We still don't know.
But see,
so that's my point.
landlord.
Like, I just got to ask. We got to ask at one point in time, bro. That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah.
Sometimes you got to ask yourself, do he got it or he don't? It might be a simple question like that.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
And I would say this, and if he does not, you still got to find a way to win, right? So that's where I love your show the other day with Henny. Or today. I said the other day, it was today. Because the thing that you said that I heard when I was in the show with you and Henny is exactly what we talked about today, right? Is when he have a stinker game. Because guess what? Sometimes your quarterbacks have stink games in the playoffs and still got to get pulled out of. right?
True.
Tom Brady had a stink game versus Green Bay, right?
Mm-hmm.
When he was with Tampa, 3 interceptions. But what was the difference? His defense pulled him out of it. And then when he got pulled out, he was fired Tom for the Super Bowl, right?
Fact,
So it's I love what you were saying earlier. It said, yeah, he might not be able to consistently to do through the playoffs, but I still gotta find a way to win with him. And it's about also what you put around him. And I love what you and Henny said, boy. Y'all need to go listen to what Henny and Landlord was talking about. The running game, a powerful number 2 and a powerful number 3, because you raised a hell of 5 point, bro.
Yeah.
And let's just think about this, Landlord. Who was Dak's real, true only weapon?
CD.
Okay,
That's
and
it.
that's why you had the campaign what? Spam what?
Spam Lamb, because
Right.
like you said, Henny brought that up, because that was literally, you was there too, boss. We really came up with it. Like, I came up with it amongst y'all too, though, because when I said it, I was like, you remember we both agreed. We said the offense looked better when we played through CD Lamb. That's what made me. I said, you right. I said, we really need to just spam Lamb. We both came to that same conclusion. Said the offense looked way smoother when we ran through CD.
So check
that's
this out.
what made me say spam Lamb, because
All right.
he was the
So
only
I got,
thing
you
that
know,
was
I got a
working.
curveball for you, right?
Right.
So if we say Dak's main and best weapon was CeeDee Lamb, then what kind of game should we expect out of Dak when he tripping, when he
Yeah.
pouting? You feel
Yeah.
me? Like, you see what I'm saying? Like we should hold Dak accountable, but we also got to look at the dynamics of what was around Dak. And that's why I loved your point from your show earlier, right?
Yeah.
We need to put more dynamics around Dak, so that if CeeDee Lamb goes into that temper tantrum that he does, well, now Dak has another option.
We need to lean on the run game. You know what I'm saying?
Or
And
Dak,
that's that's something we ain't really peeped too. Like, Jake Ferguson, he's trying to become this number 1 tight end.
Yes.
Like, he's
Yeah.
not even there yet.
Yeah.
So really, I feel like he will be. I think he's on the verge. He's on the right trajectory. But if we gonna put a label on him, Ferguson was never a number 1 tight end like that big dog yet.
Not yet.
You know what I'm saying? He's
He
not
growing.
yet.
He
we
growing.
feel like he's gonna be next year. He's on the right path. But right now, you ain't gonna just say, "Oh, Ferguson, that guy." Right now,
Right.
He wouldn't, and even if he was, he wouldn't treat it like that.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? We can
Yeah.
say that. Even if he was that guy, he wouldn't treat it like that guy.
Right.
So you gotta put that notch on his side.
Yeah.
And this is not me, no shape, form, or fashion trying to take over that.
Yeah.
I'm just analyzing the team.
Yeah.
So if we analyze the team, we can't say we had a legitimate number 2 wide receiver. Brandon Cooks getting 600 yards, and our level was around, like, it was in spurts. It wasn't never consistency for real. You know what I'm saying? Let's just be real. We all was underwhelmed by what we got from Brandon Cooks. If you want to say we wasn't, you know what I'm saying, we can argue all day about that. We all know we expected a little more from Cooks this year. We expected at least 1,000 yards. Like, let's be real.
Yeah.
We didn't get that from Cooks.
Yep.
Then we didn't get that from Michael Gallup.
Nope.
So you mean to tell me that came in here with no run game, with no real number 1 tight end, with no number 2, and no number 3? Like, so
Right.
now if I just analyze the team, like, without no excuses, just straight analyzing the team, of course he's not gonna work out like that though. But like I said, I still have to put some on him, because I've seen him with some of these things, boss.
Yeah,
That's
and
my
you know,
only thing.
and
I've
listen,
seen him
man.
with some
Like,
of them.
let me say something real quick, bro. And I'm being all the way honest with you, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Forget these people that be trying to make it seem like you hating on Dak and all that kind of stuff. Man, real people already know your heart. You feel me? Listen, like I ain't got time, nor do you have time to be trying to justify to these people that we love this team. And we listen, if y'all don't know by now that we go say what's real, then you don't know us. You've been following us all this time and never knew the character of the people you was listening to. That's what it is. Like, listen. And I'm telling y'all and I'm warning y'all, it is gonna come a time, because this is football, that the same people you love are going to be the same people you have to honestly say it's time for them to go. I'm just letting you know. So listen, you gonna have to make up your mind. What's first? Is it the Cowboys or your favorites? You gonna have to make up your mind. What are you? Are you somebody that's gonna say the hard truth? Or you somebody that's gonna be over here supporting a player, right? Because see, I know a lot of this is personal with Dak, and it should be personal with Dak, because I said it earlier. There are some people that don't like Dak for some real whack reasons. Some people don't like Dak because they want to be right. Some people don't like Dak over Romo. Some people don't like Dak because of the color of his skin. So of course we want y'all to be wrong as hell, and I want to be able to put it in y'all face. But when I'm putting football first, sometimes we gotta let you suckers get y'all lick.
Facts.
So that's what it is. So man, landlord, I wanted to go ahead and give people content with you. You know what I'm saying? Because I knew you had some stuff that you was gonna say, and I'm gonna be honest, bro. Listen, I'm not apologizing for saying what I have to say. Period.
Exactly, man. Cause like we said, bro, you stated it perfectly, bro. We love this team, bro. We love this team, man. We willing to sacrifice all of this. Like, it's just certain stuff I'm not willing to do. I don't care for the benefit of my channel, for no money. It's just certain, bro. I love the Cowboy, bro. This my team.
Yeah.
I don't care about, bro. They can all unsub. If it comes to that, they can all go. Bro, I'm not finna lie. And it's gonna hinder the betterment of my team, bro.
Bro.
I was a Cowboy fan first.
Content creator second.
Before a content creator.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Like, so, bro, I really love this football team, bro. That's why you see me up here cussing and mad and saying fire everybody. I don't care because I'm mad. We should be mad.
Yeah.
We invested thousands of dollars, countless hours of time looking into this team, trying to fix this team, trying to figure out stuff about this team. And then they come out here and represent us this way.
Yeah.
You know don't nobody represent this team like this Dallas fan base. Nobody does.
Right.
And it's the way y'all represent us.
Right.
Bro, you should be mad. Somebody try to tell me I shouldn't be mad.
Nah.
You crazy than a mug. I'm going to be mad all day until we figure out what's going on with this team, and you should be too.
Man.
That's how it should be.
Man, I think this might be, man, this is one of the craziest fighter words we've ever had, bro, for real, man. Damn, if only we had Law and Big, god damn. Man.
Yeah, them, you know I ride with both of them. They go crazy.
Yeah,
you
man.
Know I ride with them.
But it show you how dope the community is. We such a powerful, the DC universe, bro, is powerful, bro. Like,
yes, sir.
Literally, I could call one more person and we could still keep going for a whole other hour. Me and you could do a whole show
we
after this show right now, bro.
Yeah.
So, man, go ahead and tell everybody where they can find you, man. I'm going to give my final words, bro.
Already, man. I go by Landlord from Alabama with the same handle on all social media, man. Check me out, man. I go live around about 11 o'clock Central Time on YouTube, man. That's normally my slot, and I appreciate you, boss, man.
Yeah.
Keep up the great work, bro. You know
man,
how crazy
you too,
your
bro.
show go.
And let's tell these people about the Boss Land, man. I think we got one of the fire shows out too on that, man. We could go ahead and tell them about that too, big dog.
Man. We do Boss Land at the 11 o'clock slot 2 on Central Time. Me and Boss, we got probably the craziest, one of the most dynamic shows on TV, on national TV, man. That's what we call it, man.
For real.
Hey, man, we go crazy. I can't wait to talk about this. I mean, I hate to talk about this, but I know me and you gonna go crazy talking about this situation together.
Nah, we are, because we gonna be in a mode of how to fix it, and that's why I love doing you content with you, man. Because I ain't listen, I already said this and I meant this. I'm not somebody that's into mob content. You feel me? I want solutions. That's why I was saying it with everybody. What happened, but more importantly, what now? You know what I mean? Like, what we gonna do about it? Not just what happened where we can complain. What we gonna do about it? That's the most important question. But man,
I'm all ranted out myself, so it's time to solution. You know what I'm saying?
Let's get it, big dog. All right, that was Landlord from Alabama, man. Y'all make sure y'all support the homie. So let me get my final words, man. So I said this and I meant this, man. You know, our voice matters, and I said that, and it matters on good ideas as well as bad ideas, you know. So what I love is like when Fuster King said, I think he said it before we went live. He said, "Boss, let's get it, man. Let's put some ideas out there." That's the first thing Fuster King said. I loved it. I was like, that's what I'm talking about. You know what I mean? Because he know what he is in the community, and I know what I am in the community, and we know what we here to do. You know, it's not about just, oh man, we got bounced. Like everybody that was in this show today was, yeah, we got bounced, but what are we gonna do about it? Yeah, Dak played bad, but what we gonna do about it? Do you just say he's not that guy? Some of y'all want to stop right there. Now, I don't want to stop right there. I don't want to stop with, oh, yeah, he might not be that guy. Okay, well, what you gonna do about it? Well, what you gonna do to make sure that if he have a game like that, we still win it? Huh? You gonna just put it all on him? Well, then you lazy. You a lazy thinking fan. But if you really trying to fix this, you say, okay, we see that Dak can have occasionally hiccups in the playoffs. So let's put some things around him to where he don't feel like he got to press, as CLC was saying. Right? What's the real solution other than just let's get rid of him? Because everybody that's saying let's get rid of him, you have no answer to what to do after you get rid of him. The only thing some of y'all saying is let's give Trey Lance a chance. See, giving somebody a chance is not sure. You still more sure right now with Dak than Trey Lance. Don't fool yourself. Obviously, we do want to give Trey Lance or somebody a look, but that does not say it's time to get rid of Dak. I think that is crazy. But nobody on this panel said that. But my final word is this. Let's continue to stay aggressive. Let's continue to do what my boy Fuster King said before we kicked off the show. He said, let's put good ideas out there. And I think the best idea we got right now is to take advantage of somebody that can be what I call a disruptor. And I don't mean in a way to where you're disrupting and being arrogant or smarter than the Joneses. Somebody that can push back. Somebody that can go against the culture of Hollywood. Somebody that's going to have some consequences for players who decide to have a party and a victory party before we ever played the game. A coach that's going to say, what do you mean you was talking about Philly versus Tampa before you, and we could play them? Do you think Michael Parsons would have been able to get rid of or talk about? Do you think Michael Parsons would have been able to talk about an opponent that we might play with Bill Belichick as the coach? You telling me it wouldn't have been a strong consequence to that? And I'm not cool with all of we need a coach that know how to deal with these modern athletes. See, we see what happened when you allow the inmates to run the asylums. They act like kids. So you need an adult. And you need, as a parent, occasionally for your kids to fear you. So one of the best ideas and why we should be active right now, because we also have potentially some of the richest coaches' talent that been out there in maybe 100 years. And I do agree with you, Dave Walker, and I see it just like what you said. Bill Belichick could be the next Phil Jackson. I'm not overthinking this thing. And I think this comment is good. Because Phil Jackson was the type of person that could come in and say, y'all have the raw ingredients. Let me put this thing together. That's what Dave Walker's talking about. Every time Phil showed up, he showed up to a perfect situation that wasn't quite working out. Am I lying? See, Popovics don't come around every day. See, don't act like Pop being available is just, oh, I don't want any just old coaches. See, when I showed Foots this, Foots said,
but that's kind of run down on their group there.
Yeah, Foots listed all that detail and said, boss, I didn't even know that was out there. Why? Because it was impressive. There's no way you could listen to Bill Belichick talk about Dallas and then think he's too old. No, what I saw was, oh man, Law. Law, come on now. Man, y'all not gonna get me going. You ain't gonna get me going on them Lakers, Law. You ain't gonna get me going on them Lakers, bro. You ain't gonna get me going on them Lakers. But come on, y'all. Come on now. You can't look at Bill Belichick and be like, I need. Law, you stupid. Nah, you can't look at Bill Belichick and be like, I need a young coach. No, I need a young mind. You can't tell me when you listen to Bill Belichick run down Dallas that you did not see somebody who has the mind. So my final words is this. I do think change is needed. I do. I think it's time. I think CFE hit it perfectly. I think this final word was perfect. We need a leader of men, man. It's not just X's and O's at this point. We need somebody that when it's crashing, who can settle the ship? Who can get men to play different? Not even just the X's and O's. Who has the respect to where CeeDee Lamb would know better than to be doing all that pouting? Huh? We need leaders of men. Yeah, and Anthony Turrell, this is one of my good friends. I think you hit the comment maybe of the day. This might be the perfect comment, and I think this is maybe how I need to end the show. Perfect time for Belichick while Jerry is humble.
I just wanna run it up. Kinda check or something. I've been really in the field, let up, yeah. I've been really in the field, let her rush, I let her feel. Lately I just wanna run it up. Don't need no deals, I make the deal. Half a ticket to a meal. Lately I just wanna run it up. Yeah. Kinda check or something. Lately I just wanna run it up. Count that too, count it up, count it up. Lately I just wanna run it up. Need them ones, I need them fives, need them tens, I need that change. To the safe, got blues inside. Greens and pinks, it's all the same. I still save and roll my change. Take some losses when I play, charge it to the game. I'm with L, yeah, I'm with T Black, I'm with Reverend now. I'm with Bay, yeah, I'm with J, yeah, I'm with Chuck and now. Still the same, not switching sides, now it's about loyalty. You switch sides off for the bag, and that's worth more to me. I mix Nike with designer, I experiment. You just rock what's on the shelf, and I'm not feeling it. Search for the one, but baby girl, it's nothing real as this. Can't trust a soul, I keep a hammer, call it too legit. I've been really in the field, let her rush, I let her feel. Lately I just wanna run